All right, we're live. Oh shit, I forgot to move the light. My bad.
Sorry.
Light's in the way. Okay, we're professionals.
Hey guys.
Hello. What's up? What's up, everybody?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Everybody's making fun of the music again. I mean, look.
We can't win with the music.
It doesn't matter what I pick. It's always gonna be something Kyle Dubs. I saw your comment. No, it's free Fortnite music.
Look, Doc.
Yeah. Doc Holliday is in the house. You can hear us. There's John Haymaker, Proto Peach, Coach O'Shea, Christian, Donna, Jennifer. Let's see, Living My Rhapsody, Stead Nork. What's up, Jay? There's Jay Stom, Tammy Rolls, Rough Girl, Nightbot in the house. Bryce's. Where we at? Steph Snow, Kate Lexner, Mimi, Runs with Squirrel, Jessica Shook. Who else we got up in here? Marty, Diane, Stargarian Ninja, Sarah Proudfit, Amanda Stewart. Hello. Oh, Lord. Here goes Amanda with the basement of love. Yeah. Okay. Amanda's still still got the Captain Morgan out. What's up, Herb, Jacqueline, I'm sorry, Steve, the Sword of the Morning. What's up? Let's see. The Knight's Douche. What's up? I don't recognize that name. What's up, the Knight's Douche?
Oh shit.
This Lucky Buck. There's LC Manny.
We
Tammy
missed
Rose.
y'all too.
Yeah. Ashley Marie. There's Doc Holliday. Anyway, hello everybody. Purple Haze, John C. I want to read everybody's name. There's Legal Jedi, but I have to stop at some point.
Sorry we're running late. I had to hitchhike back from the Dale Earnhardt statue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He was still out there. Damn it, let me fix this. Why is this over there? This fucking camera, man. I hate it. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Anyway, so James, I think told y'all in the comments, right? While I played the music, I set up a real quick giveaway. So I guess we'll talk about that really quick, right? I think we should now.
Hold on 1 second. Manny's asking about my shirt. In case y'all don't know, Doc Holliday sent me these. This is a Proto Stark shirt. This is the new revamped.
The revamped, the updated.
With the one Proto Stark, Dragon Raised by Wolves 1 through 5.
Right.
And the V-neck, so you hooked me up.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you got the black one and the tie-dye, the gray dark tie-dye. Just saying, a little slighted there. I'm kidding, Doc. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You got two though.
Fuck your hands, Hill.
That's right. No, I'm kidding, Doc Holliday. What's up, Corey? Ryson. Okay, so anyway, you see behind us, I think everybody can see there's a few pops back here.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is another giveaway. We thought it'd be fun to do another giveaway. We hadn't done one in a couple months.
It's been a while.
And we got to get back to this week, the midweek Q&As. We got to record one of those too. So we'll keep doing that. But how are you guys? Really quick before I talk about the giveaway, if you guys have seen them, I'm sure, hopefully, how are you liking the question of the day videos? Like one little topic, really quick. 5-6 minutes.
I'm loving them.
And then Riddick gets a little vote. I know it's kind of cheesy.
No, I love Riddick.
I've seen all pretty good comments. So, what does everybody think of that? Because I can do those almost daily during the week. I still got to edit podcasts and shit, but okay. I say
a lot of good
comments. They rock.
Dude,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Dig them. Good. Love them. All that good stuff. All right.
Hey,
we'll keep doing them.
The numbers are saying it too. You got to admit.
That's true. That's true. The watch time, I should say,
right.
Not necessarily the total views yet, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay. Of course, nobody's gonna say fuck off. They're horrible. I guess I don't know. Maybe they would.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, honest feedback, you know. But okay. Yeah, everybody. There's Monkey Mailbag or Mail Dog. Like it. Good content. Good content.
Yeah, Jacob. I think Riddick makes good choices too.
He does, and he does totally pick both hands. I don't sway him in any way. I just ball him up. Okay, so we'll. Jennifer says, "Fuck off, they're horrible." Okay, all right, we're done. We're out. All right, we'll see you. See you next week. Let me just play the Fortnite music, and we're out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just bye. We'll see you next time.
Ha 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 ha. You are an ass.
Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not going anywhere. I'm kidding. Oh, shit. I just want to see what they do.
That's funny as hell.
There's Jake. Everybody's laughing about it, so I guess everybody's good. I wonder if we lost any viewers. I didn't pay any attention. Sorry, no, we was kidding.
Break already.
Prototype. I mean, we right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the giveaway. So it's using the Gleam app as usual. What we're going to do is pick 2 winners this time, and two people can choose. So it'd be whoever wins and then contacts me first when I announce the winners. We'll do it next week, I believe.
Yes.
Right. Can choose from Mag the Mighty, Big Pop. So we got Mag.
Love him.
This is this exclusive that was the Comic-Con exclusive. We have number 51, Cersei. You can see that there. This is James' favorite. Short hair, Mad Queen Cersei. Brienne in her armor. Brienne number 13. In her Kingsguard Renly armor. Oh, I'm holding that too low there. So that one. And then we have Bran Stark. This is 52, one of the newer brands, along with Cersei in that same set. And this is Emo Bran. Even says on the back, Emo Bran, I think. Somewhere it does, I promise. Anyway, so and on top of that, go ahead.
Guys, I'm going to throw in a tie-dye shirt. You get to pick the colors and everything, so you'll know that it's made especially for you. So once this is all done, Chris will tell me, what size and what colors, and I'll put it together for you, and we'll ship it all out to you.
Right. So anyway, to do this, just if you hadn't done these before, it's an app. The link is in the description, and you'll go and it's called Gleam, and it'll basically walk you through everything. So here's the entries that you can get. Now Patreons are automatically subscribed. I mean, of course they're subscribed. Automatically entered,
right?
But so they get bonus ones too. So you can also, if you join Patreon to support the channel in any way, you'll also get those bonus entries. But these are the ways you can enter this giveaway, and you can get as many entries as you want based off if you use social media and stuff like that. First, be a subscriber to this channel, and if you already are, let me make this clear:
right.
the app will kind of verify, and it'll actually start in 4 minutes. I believe I set it for 11 o'clock. So you won't be able to do it until about 5 minutes from now or something like that. So be a subscriber to the channel. That'll get you 5 entries, just being a subscriber. And again, if you already are, it'll just kind of verify that you are. It'll check off the box.
And you will get those 5.
And you'll get those 5 entries. Follow me on Twitter is another one. That's for 3 entries. Here's a bonus one. I threw it in here because I'm streaming now on Twitch, some gaming stuff. Follow me on twitch.tv. And that's another 3 entries. Retweet a certain tweet there, and that's the in-game tweet, actually. Again, we used that one before, but that's the video I want to kind of push out there if possible.
Me too.
So retweet a tweet on Twitter, and that's a separate thing from following. You can follow and retweet it right there in the same time, and that's automatically 6 entries. So retweet that certain tweet, and it's already got the link and everything through the app, so it'll retweet the right one. That's another 3. And then like the Facebook page, and that is also another 3. So it's pretty standard. We do every time, but it'll help out. Trying to push the channel out there on social media and stuff as well. But anyway, we just like doing them. We like giving away stuff to you guys. It's fun to do. So you can get a total. What's that? 17, I think, in my head. 17. So somebody will get 2 pops. Somebody will get another 2 pops, and somebody will get a 2 pops and a T-shirt, or one of those winners. We'll get 2 pops and a T-shirt. So whoever the first one, we announce them to get back to me. We will do it that way and give it away as far as who gets to choose which pops.
If you show a picture of a tattoo that says "I love James," that's another 87 entries for even 100.
There you go, and that's not going to be. That's not. I can't. There's no way I can put that in the app. Okay. So that's just a bonus thing. You'll have to email James or something. There's Paula Marie. How you doing, Paula Marie? Anyway, so let's jump into it. I know we got questions on Patreon and any news.
Yeah,
I think we do. Actually, there was some news. I didn't look into it heavily though. The biggest, longest battle scene in history of TV just got through being finished, or they just got finished filming. Of course, it's Game of Thrones, and I think it took 55 days.
Oh my
to film this battle scene. So what could that be? I mean, there's only really one thing it can be, right?
Yeah. You know
is
what it is.
the White Walkers or Dead versus the Living. So that just came out a couple days ago. A lot of filming activity in both big locations with the new Winterfell set, King's Landing set, which, again, if they're building sets of these, they're going to burn them, destroy them or partially or whatever, because they can't do that to the actual castle locations,
That's
obviously, right, that they film in for stuff. So anyway, that has to be the big battle. It has to be. I would guess the Winterfell battle and probably King's Land. I mean, this is said it was one battle, so it's got to be one or the other.
You said it's the biggest in the history of TV.
It's got to be 55 days. Because think about it, Battle of the Bastards took 20 days to film. Battle of the Bastards,
God, dude, and that's incredible.
Yes. So think about the scale.
Can't
for
imagine
55. I believe, and I could be wrong, and somebody can correct me if I may be off on the number. I think it's 55 days. That's insane.
As I was saying today, man. You say it's going to premiere April of next year.
I'm guessing April. I mean, that's not anywhere confirmed.
We still have a year to go, guys.
The reason I'm saying April is because it gets it in before the awards thing, like they used to. So I think they'll go back to their usual time.
That makes sense.
Go ahead and skip, and I think they probably could have rushed and got it out in December of this year, maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. Yes, Jay Stom. Yes. Let's see. Where'd it go? Where'd I click? Put user in timeout, right, for Jay Stom?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. All right, Jay Stom is in timeout. He can no longer. There you go. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. All right, so let's grab some Patreon questions really quick, and then we'll go back to the chats and everything. First off, we have Cap the Goat. Thank you, Cap.
Thank you.
Sure hope Riddick is being compensated for all the hard work this past week. Riddick getting paid. He is being compensated. He gets food and love.
Yes.
And occasionally water.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Yes. No, he just likes being involved. But then the last time he was kind of mad at me. He just kind of flopped down like, what do you got me doing again?
He was,
He was a little... You probably heard me yelling like, get up, come on, get up, man.
Yeah.
The first time he was all like, yeah, what's up? What am I doing?
He's turning into a diva already.
He is. He's like, I mean, shit, he'll have fan mail coming before long. I guess I just need to start him a channel. I think I may do that.
I think you should.
K-Dubs. Thank you, K-Dubs, on Patreon.
Thank you.
Will you switch it up tonight and have Chris wearing tie-dye and James wearing the Chris t-shirt, hat switch optional if you don't see this before the stream or during the break? Oh, man.
Damn, I bet that flipped you out when you saw me in black.
Yeah, because he's wearing it like, look at this. This is not usual.
It is crazy.
This is very unusual for him. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll think about it. Maybe we'll fuck with him during the break. We'll do something.
We have before. We switched seats and everything.
Yeah, we did. We've done that before, too. Maybe so, K-Dubs. Also, K-Dubs has... let's see. Since Melisandre has clearly shown there is power in King's blood, the same could be said for Queen's blood, right? Do you think it would be more likely to be sacrificed under what circumstances, or who do you think? For instance, could it be Dany be sacrificed not to forge Lightbringer, but to power Bran up when he is connected to the main heart tree and go? Yes, you're right. I don't think the king matters or the queen matters. It's the Valyrian blood. Valyrian blood is where the power is. So yes, it would absolutely work for Dany if she happened to be sacrificed. I still don't buy that. As far as I don't buy the Lightbringer literal sword thing, but I could see. We've talked about Melisandre. She could possibly be a sacrifice. She's ready to go anyway. We think she's going out by flames, but there's some interesting thoughts about Melisandre being another Nisa, which was the video I talked about on Monday, I believe it was, for the question of the day. But yeah, it doesn't matter about the king or queen. That's just kind of what there's always been kings. So nobody thought about Queen's blood, but it's just Valyrian blood. So yes, but yeah, I mean, we talked about the whole Bran thing a little bit. It could be, but my thing is, if it's like Dany, for example, it takes away from Jon having both.
It does.
Targaryen.
You kind of always got to keep that,
right,
as your starting point for all these theories. Is let's not. As long as it doesn't undermine Jon's role and his importance.
As a Song of Ice and Fire, the
Correct.
bloodlines, right. Even though technically, if you want to get technical, Dany has first man blood too, but it's just like from way back Blackwood days. I'm talking about Aegon the Fifth and Beth of Blackwood and all that stuff. So she actually has the same blood as like Blood Raven and John.
There you go.
They both have the same. And so technically,
we always
yes.
called them kind of near misses almost.
Exactly. So Randy Suimatsu on Patreon. Thank you, Randy. Talk a little bit about the nature of magic in A Song of Ice and Fire. It seems like it's everywhere and that no one in this world knows how to handle it. That is true. Melisandre blows at thinking Stannis was the prince that was promised, burns a bunch of people in the process. Bran let the Night King touch him when there was no good reason to walk through a bunch of zombies. I know, that's what I said. It's like, what are you doing? But I guess he thought, right, they don't see him. I mean, he was just kind of, I figured he was safe. But yeah, that's true. Faceless men are hitmen. The children made the Night King. Qyburn made Mountainstein. Maesters, as it turns out, are idiots when it comes to magic. Very true. Except for a couple. Dany had to lock two of her dragons up till she could handle them better. And after Drogon burned a kid, and her relatives let their dragons waste away. So does magic need to go away, or can someone use it without a blood cost, or does it all end up with a blood cost? I kind of think that's the question right there.
I do too. That's a good question.
Oh, we got a something. I don't see. I just heard the noise. I don't see the alert though. Yeah, I mean, because we talked about how, I mean, obviously the weirwood trees. This kind of goes into the end game theory, right? The source of magic being weirwood.net or whatever, and it's fed by blood. It's clearly fed by blood. I mean, that's something that's very clear in the books. I will say really quick on the Dany thing. In the book, she's not absolutely 100% sure that Drogon burned a kid. She thinks it could have been somebody bringing in some sheep bones or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that was a little different in the show. Like, you know,
exactly right.
They did, yeah. So just to be clear, that may have happened, may not have happened. Oh, Robert Snow, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that, Robert.
Some entries.
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think you're right, Randy, on the right track as far as why I think that the magic goes away, because if it's not understood. Even the children of the Forest who've been around the longest screwed around with it and did bad things.
Right.
They did things like the Hammers of the Water, which broke the armor of Dorne and flooded the neck when the first men came, or supposedly, basically created earthquakes. But you know, it was kind of dumb to do because there were already first men in there. Most of them had already crossed. They were trying to stop the flow, I suppose. So anyway, it was it's kind of showing you that if it's used wrong, it's a nuclear weapon, and so the White Walkers are obviously the the pinnacle of that for this story. But it makes me feel like it's got to go away at the end of this thing, which goes into our end game about the Owl of Faces being destroyed.
Right.
If it is in fact the source, because what are they protecting? You know what I mean? What are they protecting?
Touch on the Maesters part. Where you were like,
they all, like in the show, you have, Bran telling Maester Luwin, I'm having these dreams and they're just dreams, Bran, they're not real. And he's like, no, mine are different. I can taste blood.
Right.
And,
that's where I'm at right now.
Right.
Like
so
literally yesterday.
Yeah. And he's saying, look, when I was a kid, I once believed that I wanted to, wouldn't it be cool to have magical powers where I could do things and whatever, and he said he studied it in the Citadel, and he has a Valyrian steel link that very few get, 1 in 1,000 maesters or whatever it is, by trying to study magic and the higher arts as they call them. So he got his link, but he couldn't light a glass candle like anybody, right? No, that was one of their tests.
Right.
Try to light a glass candle, which is not in the show. I wish they would have included those in the show. But so basically, most maesters don't buy into it whatsoever, but people like Marwyn do. They are like, he's the archmaester of that. So yeah, so there is a big conspiracy theory that he has in his head, whether it's true or not, that the maesters are anti-magic, anti-dragon, Targaryen, stuff like that.
And Qyburn, you're saying he was a maester and got kicked out, or was training to be one and got
kicked out?
Yeah, no,
he got kicked out for basically doing surgery, but I'm sure he did worse than that. But what we would call surgery,
right?
Like cutting open men that were alive.
But now he has harnessed some magic because
he's done something,
some kind of formula,
something. Yeah, that's the question about Frankenmountain, like Randy said. Yeah. It's like, I mean, is it magic? I mean, it's got to be. If he died, he pumped something and replaced his blood with blue milk. You know what I mean?
The blue milk always makes an appearance.
It always does. So yeah, I don't know. It's really Qyburn. The whole Qyburn thing is. very misunderstood. Or, you know, we just don't know enough about what he's actually doing. Does he know some kind of? But you got to think about the pyromancers. They knew a little magical spell to make the wildfire, right?
Dude,
so
yeah,
maybe Kyber knows a little something. He probably did study it, I'm sure, no doubt. Nancy Tuckstein, thank you, Nancy. Love
one quick thing about Melisandre.
No.
I'm sorry. You do think she's gonna get it right and go out getting it right, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think she feels horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's still wrong though. She's still wrong right now. I brought ice and fire together. No, you didn't.
Damn, she did say that.
You brought both and fire together.
Yes.
I mean, if you're unless she's referring to the Night King and Danny, she got it wrong.
Right.
But I think she will try. She can never be fully redeemed, I guess, in a sense. But she will go out helping in some way, whether that's some voluntary bearing my breast, getting stabbed by a sword, you know, like Nisa, or you know, some magical kaboom thing, you know, whatever. So I think she will. I think she means well, but it's another thing. She's gray, just like Stannis and everybody else, even Ned, right? They're good people that have good intentions but do horrible things means to an end. So that's what it boils down to. Nancy Tuckstein, thank you on Patreon. Love that. And does he get his own fan mail? I guess you're talking about Riddick. He not yet. He's gotten some hellos, I guess, or something like that. Q&A, do you think that the dragons will be extinct at the end of the show, or will someone find dragon eggs? Show only. I'm sorry if you've already gone over this. We have talked about a scene where we can see that. I don't know if it'll happen. I do think that dragons will. I mean, if you consider magical creatures, and we're saying that magic maybe go away, does that include dragons, or can they exist even with werewood.net being destroyed if you follow that logic? I don't know. Because they're already alive. Are they being kept alive? I don't know. There are living creatures that eat. So, but I just got a feeling that they may have to go. And you know, think about the Lord of the Rings bittersweet stuff. If
and I like the idea of the eggs, you know, the scene of the eggs at the end, like we talked about. Yeah. Whether they're going to hatch or not, because look at those old ass eggs Danny had, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
dragons from stone. Exactly.
And I just.
And not that we'll ever get a sequel either to see that, but it just to have it
leaves that there.
It just leaves it there. Exactly. We'll just leave this right here.
Yep.
And you can make whatever you want. Because we'll never write. We're never going to have a book, another thing after it. Absolutely. Rough Girl, thank you, Rough Girl. Hope you guys are wearing beanies tonight. Oh, well, look at there. Mine's turned somehow. Mine turns to get these little boobies on the edge. I'll fix that shortly. Rough Girl also on Patreon. If Riddick had a Patreon, I'd donate. Riddick rocks.
That's
maybe
cool.
I need to start him one
Get him
too.
some peanut butter.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, don't say that too loud.
No
he's right outside the door.
No shit.
That's his favorite PB.
Yes,
I can't. We have to spell that out around here.
And he's learning that.
Yeah. Also on Patreon, Rachel, thank you, Rachel. In many scenarios, it has been presumed that 1, Danny will have to die, and 2, she has a baby. But if she needs to die in order to have a bittersweet ending, kill the Night King and then setting to Winterfell, an upcoming war would have taken at least 10 months. I can't imagine we'll have much passage in time now that White Walkers have crossed the wall. Does the time issue change anybody's speculation about Danny and potential baby's fate? Yeah, it is a good point, but the thing is, you got to remember about the time thing is when we saw the White Walkers cross the wall last season, we don't know how much time had passed from the previous scene, right? When, you know what I mean? It could have been months from the time you saw Viserion get resurrected, right? And then they make it. And I don't think it was. I'm just saying there could have been a lot more time.
If it was season 1, you would think it was instantaneous.
Yeah,
but
right.
You're used to the showtime, and you don't know.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't really think there's going to be a child in the beginning of this show or season 8. I think it'll be after or near the end that this child is born, or twins if you buy that. So I think we'll pick up pretty quickly, and they'll already have gotten to White Harbor and gotten to Winterfell. I don't think we're going to see that trip. Well, we're already seeing part of that trip. So yeah, they're going to just basically be there. They're going to show up, ride up to Winterfell. So the question is how many months or how many weeks or whatever it was, because yes, it would be a long time for them to sail to White Harbor and then go to Winterfell. How much time had passed in the last episode of the last season for them to go through the wall. After the big fight beyond the wall, right?
Right.
Because John's already got down to Dragonstone, then now on the boat, now the boat sex, now the White Harbor, now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then Bran saw the Night King and then come through the wall. So that may have been a while right there.
Yeah, think about that. From Dragonstone, way above the wall.
Yes, back and all these places, right? Yeah. So, yeah, you got to, it's odd. You got to keep up with it, but you got to, that's kind of the way they got to do it.
Oh, that goes with that where it said.
Oh, this adds on to. Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
White Walkers is what.
Oh, and kill white wheat instead of wheat. I got you. Okay, thank you, Rashio. I appreciate it. I didn't see that last little comment there. All right, let's see what we got here on the chats.
Yeah, what's happening?
Tom Bystander, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I love you guys. Your channel is unbelievable and your content is tremendous. Wow. Hey.
Awesome, man.
My question is, do you think we will get to see an Arya, Dany, Jon meeting in season 8? Oh, did I just say Arya?
Dude, you did not, and you got me looking around this thing. Did he miss?
You
said it.
I said
you
it.
said it.
I just completely said it because I was thinking about it. Arya Wargame, Arya, Dany, Jon meeting in season 8, reading A Feast for Crows, and I cannot wait for a Dance with Dragons.
Thank you.
You started it.
I did.
No, I do. I think we'll definitely have a Jon and Arya. We'll have a Jon and Arya nice moment there alone. But yeah, Arya is going to be certainly suspicious of Dany. Everybody's going to be suspicious, but certainly her, because she's going to be really protective of Jon. They are by far the closest. So that'll be cool to see those three. Like there, maybe there's a Jon Dany scene where they're talking and Arya shows up, comes in the room or something. I could see it. She would be the first to be in there, asking Dany's questions, like all up in her face, grilling her, like what are your intentions with my brother?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just in general too. So I think it's very possible. We're definitely going to get finally the Jon Arya reunion. But I do think we could. Dany's going to be involved in a lot of conversations. And then eventually they'll get out to the Great Hall and have this talk, and everybody will be like, "You can't trust a Targaryen," and then Jon will be like, "I'm a Targaryen, by the way," or we'll hear that eventually. Whether he holds it from everybody for a while, we'll see.
How does this story unfold if Jon goes to Dragonstone and Dany looked like one of Walter Frey's kids?
I know. He ain't gonna ask.
Oh shit, they be butting heads like hell.
He's gonna ask for help, but ain't gonna be no boat.
She wouldn't come up there to save his ass. He'd be dead up there.
That's right. That is true. That is. I never thought about it from that angle, right? Yeah. I mean, if
it just happens to be gorgeous,
Yeah. That is true. She would have never even shown up. Be like, fuck that. I'm going. Of course, she would have probably just went and bombed King's Landing too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe your bullshit. Dead people up north. So that is a good point. Tom, again, thank you, Tom. Also, appreciate it. Who is your fave Targaryen character from history? Their lineage is fascinating. It is. It's very cool, and I need to reread it. And I'm really looking forward to Fire and Blood. More details on that. But I like Daemon Targaryen. I like Dany in modern times. Bloodraven by far is my favorite character, though.
Yeah,
and he is a Targaryen bastard. I've said that many, many times. He's just, when you read Dunk and Egg and get the details of his past life before becoming the Three-Eyed Raven, I just love Bloodraven. Brendan Rivers, a.k.a. Bloodraven, a.k.a. the Three-Eyed Crow. He's my favorite character, period, and he happens to be a Targaryen, I guess.
And me, without having a lot of knowledge of the history, Maester Aemon. I love him.
Yeah, he's very cool for a modern.
Love his whole story. It's just amazing.
Yep, he's very cool too. But yeah, I like. It is cool. It is cool. I recommend everybody get the Rogue Prince and those type of things, those side stories, and check out some of and definitely a World of Ice and Fire, which we did a giveaway on several times as well. So. All right, let's see what we got up in here in the chat. All right, we got our first Herb question.
What you for us, Herb?
Let's see. Jennifer grabbed it. Herb says, thank you, Jennifer. Not a got question. I don't know if you saw this film, but with the Fox-Digi merger, you think that the Fantastic Four could be introduced in Black Panther 2?
God, Herb, I was just talking about this a couple weeks ago, man.
Because they own them. They bought Fox. We can see Fantastic Four. We can see X-Men.
I want them back.
We can see X-Men and all that stuff, so it absolutely can happen and probably will. I don't know about since they've already filmed, because you don't have the film was pretty much done when this merger went through. So I wouldn't imagine we'll see Fantastic Four people now in Infinity Wars,
right?
But we could see them in Part 2 or whatever, or some kind of little introduction. So yeah, this could happen for sure.
Because they weren't horrible. They weren't horrible.
Yeah,
but I just know they can be done better.
Yes, absolutely. Yep, I agree. K-Dub's got a question from Diane Harris. Diane says, what do you think John's reaction will be when he discovers Arya has become an assassin? I think he's going to be a little shocked. I mean, well, not shocked, fully shocked, because he knew she was like wanting to be, a warrior.
That's right.
But a full-fledged faceless man assassin, yeah, that's a little much.
It is a lot.
Because if anybody knows about what they do, it's not like smiled upon. It's not. They're
that's
assassins.
Right. Yeah.
So it will be interesting. It's going to be different. It's not going. You're going to get that initial hug, and then and kind of maybe it messes up her hair, even though she's a little old for that now. But you know what I mean. And then there's going to be the step back. And then, so, how's it been going? I heard you did this, and this, and I heard you did it. And they're going to be different people now. They're going to be different.
I'll tell you a horrible story.
Oh, no. Here we go.
This just reminded me of it. All right.
Oh, shit.
My brother, as a teenager, I'm 10 years older than him, okay? So, I was out of the house and everything, had my own place. Find out my brother loses his virginity. Bring him to my house.
Right.
Me and my roommate, patting him on the back, giving him all these attaboys and stuff. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Let him sip on a beer. It's bad now. Hindsight's 20/20. I swear it was like, I don't know. A few months later, my mom hits me up and says, "Your brother got this girl pregnant."
Oh.
So what I'm saying is, John gave her needle. He was like her gateway drug.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You're saying now, yes.
He kind of gave her the okay.
Ned did too.
And I feel bad that, but hey, my brother, man, he's been a good dad and amazing. But I felt so bad, man. He was a teenage dad.
Yeah, like you push him in that direction. Yeah, I kind of got a story I can't repeat like that too. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
So but John's going to be like, "Oh shit, did I cause this?"
Yeah, that's true.
She's
but then again,
people.
He don't know that Ned let her keep it.
That's true.
And got lessons from Syrio. I mean, Ned did all that too. So John kind of gave it to her, but Ned continued it and got the training, or started the training, I should say. Because we all know that Syrio is actually jacking.
Don't start. But you're right. Ned could have put a stop to it.
That's right.
He did.
And he was thinking about it. And he was thinking about it. Really quick, on Streamlabs, I got my alerts up now so I can see. I wanted to thank a few people. Ravix, if you're watching, thank you for subbing. Sharon, thank you for subbing. Mansfield, I should say. Riker Hop. Luke SS. Ariel Flynn, I believe. Thank you for subscribing as well. Jenny Lean, I believe, Smith, Liberal Wolf, D Brown, thank you for the donation, D Brown. Appreciate it. For the con. I'm sorry I didn't see that a minute ago.
So awesome.
Appreciate that, D Brown. You already a Patreon. You don't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. Robert Snow, thank you for subscribing. Catlin Bunch, thank you for subscribing. Or Caitlin, if I'm mispronouncing that. And then we got our Toms
you had to
there.
Say Catlin because you love Catlin.
I know. It's my
on your brain.
It's on my brain, man. It's just a secret thing, man. I'm glad we're not streaming to say that out loud. Runs with Squirrels. Thank you, Runs with Squirrels, for these super chats. Who does Arya kill from the list or not, and does she die herself? Man. And also Adam Daly. Thank you for subscribing, Adam. Let's see. I still think that she will, when they get pushed back, she will try to take out Cersei, but Jaime's going to beat her to that. Okay. So, because there's a pattern here, right, of people taking away her kills off her list for her. You know what I mean? So there's a little pattern there. She's got a couple. There will be a Melisandre issue, but I think Melisandre will talk her out of it, or whatever it may be about, look, I'm going to die anyway, so let me at least go out helping you and your brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think she would try that, but I don't know. I could see her helping the Hound get the mountain.
I see that.
So I definitely could see that would be my top scenarios. I can't see somebody random not on the list that I don't know. I could see her trying Jamie, or maybe even killing Jamie even after he's like apologized and if she. But I think she's already started to kind of go back to normal a little bit. You know what I mean? Like before she got to Winterfell, it wouldn't matter what nobody told her. She would have killed Jamie.
Damn right.
But now that she's had the conversation with Sansa and they've had their thing and they got Littlefinger, and then when Jon comes home, it'll be different. There'll be a little bit more of that, wolf pack mentality.
Yeah.
So I would guess those three based off, what would still be, you know what I mean, a rational thing to do, or not rational, I guess, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Jamie's done some shit to the Starks.
He has, yeah, he has. But we'll see if he gets a chance to, you know what I mean, to like apologize and state what happened and give the truth, and how he's changed. And Brienne will stand up for him.
She will stand up for him, and I believe, like we've talked about before, Bran will forgive him.
Yes, I think so.
It had to happen.
Yeah, Bran will probably. He might be the one to awkwardly bring it up and say, repeat a line from the things I do for love.
I picture that.
I picture that line. Yes. The things I do for love, and then Jamie goes, yeah, we need to talk.
Yeah. Speaking of
by the way, while we talk, can you keep your sister, tell her to go, I don't know, do something else? Yeah, so I think that's some good ideas. All right, see, LC Manny. Thank you, LC Manny, for the super chat donation.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, guys, Sunday isn't the same without you guys. Thank you, LC Manny. I'm glad we can help in some small way, whether you're laughing at us saying area instead of Aria, or whatever it may be. Maybe somebody gets a chuckle out of things, and I really, really love this part of the job. I really do. Really do. I love you guys.
That's right.
Runs with Squirrels. Thank you through super chat. Jamie's Endgame. Just kidding. Yeah, you know what I believe. You know what I believe. He will get his pages filled out.
Yes,
though.
he will.
I think he will get his pages filled out, and but yeah, I think it's choking out Cersei, and then we'll see what happens from there. If he lasts a little bit longer, or if there's some mountain inflicted wound or whatever it could be. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah,
we'll see. Let's see. K-Dubs on Patreon. This isn't a question. I'm finally reading a lot of the Euron Victorian plotline, and now I'm upset. They could have been a whole additional season if D&E had handled Dorne and the Iron Islanders more thoroughly. Victorian is an intriguing character. He is absolutely. That's going to be a great thing in the books, and that's why I was mad. I mean, somebody asked before in a live stream what characters you wish could have been included in the show that wasn't, and that was one of my top 2 answers.
Oh, yes.
Victorian, or top 3 or whatever it was.
Right.
So it is very cool because Victorion's going to fuck Euron over, and that's going to be fucking outstanding. So yes, they could have done a lot of things better, obviously. Let's see. Peach says, Stead Nark would like to know what is your favorite season to rewatch. His is season 3, just for the Red Wedding period, followed by 2 and 4. I will say I enjoy going back. I've seen every season a billion times, except for actually 7. I hadn't seen that many times actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy going back and seeing season 1. I like them all. Don't get me wrong, but it's just it's almost like that was so long ago type of thing, and you go to see these kids as kids now.
Oh man.
And it's setting everything up, and you're so familiar with everything as compared to the first time when you're like, what the hell is going on? Who are these people, and who are all those people? Exactly. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. If I had to pick, I guess it would be season 1, just because it's what got me hooked.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
While you were talking, I was thinking that.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's what got you, because it is. You start off and you're like, okay, and then another, and then you're like, oh, okay, and then you're like another, and you end up on episode 10. You're like, oh shit, here we go, next.
Hell yeah.
So by the time you get to about episode 5, you're just like, let's go. So yeah, I would say season 1 if I had to choose. I love them all. There's some bad episodes. There's some great episodes, but season 1's almost like the good old days.
It is, ain't it?
I don't know.
Now, who? This just hit me. It's so stupid that I'm sitting there thinking about this. I'm thinking of Drogo and Robert. Because when you said Jamie might die from mountain-inflicted injuries, I was thinking of those two are characters that died from injuries like later.
Yeah. The pig and
has there been anybody else that I'm not thinking of?
I don't believe so. Victarion actually, Kyle just brought him about did. Okay. He would have, but he gets saved by Makoro in the books. He's got with his fire magic, so that's the thing that happens. He would have died from that wound, and now his hand is an arm is super strong and burnt looking and shit now. But
most people die instantly, right?
Yeah. There's been you had Maester Aemon had a natural death, the first one I believe. And some other people have been mentioned off screen as far as the show.
Natural death. That's terrible. Ain't
it? I know. A couple others off in the books, and you had Great John Umber was mentioned by Little John or Small John. That, hey, if his father died, if he would have killed him if he wouldn't have died himself. But we're not told how that happened. We're assuming old age or a heart attack or whatever. Wasn't a battle going on, so. LC Manny on Patreon. Hey guys, happy Easter. However, last week sucked without you guys. Chris there'll be a live podcast of the Side Effect this week. Yes, tomorrow. Tuesday. I don't know what day it is anymore.
That's right.
Tuesday we will be live on the Side Effect the Side Effect channel, and I think we'll probably co-stream. Val's going to handle the streaming this week, but I think we'll be on Twitch and YouTube. We can still do that there. So yeah, we'll be streaming live for the Side Effect podcast on Tuesday. Also, LC Manny again here. Okay, on Patreon. Here we go. Chris Brand. Because Bran was touched by the Night King, he was able to enter the tree. If Bran stayed above the wall, that would prevent the Night King from crossing the wall. I don't think so. Now we thought that, Manny.
Yes,
we thought that before he got an ice dragon or a white dragon or whatever you believe it is. I always thought, and we did a video with Kevin, and we did it separately. It ended up being looking like a kind of debate where me, Val, Gray Area, and Kevin, and Talking Thrones. Yes, Dan from Talking Thrones did a little couple minutes on is it what about the blue flame thing,
right?
And that was the biggest part of I think everybody's points was that is what kind of dragon is it? I said we said that it's a white dragon because it died,
right?
But some people, I think even Tony Teflon did a video yesterday saying he touched it. It doesn't matter if it died, which is a valid point as well. But it doesn't matter. The point is that. Val was absolutely right, and I agreed with her point on. I said because I did in my own predictions for last year. You remember, you guys saw the predictions. I predicted that he would break the wall the same way he did the cave. You saw the power.
That's right.
And it would be used on a bigger scale. And Val mentioned that in her points, and she was absolutely right. It made the most sense. But then we got the big twist with the ice dragon that burnt the wall down or melted the wall.
Yeah.
So
you definitely said that a few times.
Because it was a foreshadowing thing. Here's a power. He can just touch the ground and send this crack through ice. He can manipulate ice. It only makes sense, but they went with the dragon thing to really throw the twist in on the Dragon Rider thing, right? And then so we could see a dragon versus dragon.
Right.
They could have done both, but I think the way they got through the wall should have been the cracking of all the White Walkers touching the ground or whatever. That would have been pretty cool. But anyway, and you're also saying D&D are butchers. They did pretty good. I mean, I know a lot of people like to hammer on them, and there are some things, believe me, I've complained about. But, this is the most popular show in history, and they don't write every episode themselves. Remember that. They don't write everything. Yes, I guess they kind of have to approve, most things, I would imagine.
Right.
But they do not write everything. Linnea Nicholas on Patreon, thank you. Who do you think is the most likely to survive in the end, if any? The most likely as far as main characters, definitely Tyrion is my top as far as surviving. Period. Tyrion will make it.
Absolutely.
He is my number one character. I would be absolutely shocked if Tyrion dies. I would not be shocked if Dany died. I wouldn't be shocked if Arya died, or Sansa, or Bran, or Jon.
Totally agree with you, man.
Tyrion by far for me.
And then I think you got to put Sam right there with him.
Yeah, I think Sam's very close to that.
Yep.
I think so. I think you're right. So I think Tyrion for me. We got to see him drinking that Imp's Delight. Cap the Goat, thank you, Cap. Will Winterfell find out who did the phrase in, especially Jaime, since he pointed out to Cersei? That might be part of the conversation with Jon, actually. Arya's going to have to come. I mean, because remember, Sansa saw the face of Walder Frey.
Damn sure did. So
there you go. You know, castles have no secrets, as stated in the books. So I think they will probably figure that out. Now, whether it's, they make it a deal to make it a conversation, we'll see. But I think Sansa already kind of knows that, so we'll see if they have the conversation. And maybe that's part of the Jon conversation. Rough Girl, thank you, Rough. I hated Marwyn, I think you're saying. That is one look. Marion? Are we saying Marion Trent? Or person or place?
Marine.
Oh, Marine. Oh, okay, I got you. I'm sorry. I hated Marine. What is one location you could do without if you rewatched any season? Honestly, anything in Essos. I like Bravos. I didn't care about any of the rest of them. I've always dug Bravos.
Yeah.
And book Bravos too. But I just don't. I never cared about Essos as much for some reason. I don't know. There was certain things that are important there. I'm not saying I hate it.
Right.
But if I could pick not to see a location, it'll be Essos. Or except for Bravos.
Yeah.
Bravos is cool to me. For whatever reason.
I was let down with Casterly Rock.
Oh, on the show, yes, absolutely, yes. The show Casterly Rock, that it looked horrible. I mean, I made fun of that in the damn trailer.
It was good to see Hodor again, though. In Tyrion's floor, and they raised it up.
Yes.
I thought of that the other day, and I forgot to tell you. Right. He had a Hodor in his floor.
Yes, he did. Oh, shit. All right, let's see what we got up in the regular chat here. Let's see. Oh, let me check this too. I think the thing is running. Okay, so people are already entering. I see. Okay, so good. It's working. I'm glad it's working because that was a quick little setup there. Let's see. 460 Moz. People who hate D&D are usually doing it for the views on their YouTube channels, and that is why I like Smokescreen. You're not assholes. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, now look, I don't like to just beat up on them because I'm a book snob. That's it for me. I do have problems with some of the things, obviously, but yeah. I mean, good night, Bob. Bob's going? Bob, you're leaving? Or Bobby? Oh, Bobby. I thought that was an exclamation point. That's an I. It's upside down. I got like reverse dyslexia. What would you call that? Directional dyslexia? I thought an I was an exclamation point.
Yeah, what would that be?
Good night, Bobby. I guess it's bedtime. I know we start late. I apologize, but thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, I try to be fair. Fair and balanced. That's what we are here. We're fair and balanced, and I've always tried to approach things from just a common sense standpoint because I don't think that every single little thing in the books is got to be a thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like a piece of the puzzle or a prophecy or whatever. It's going to be. I think the ending is going to be fairly straightforward as far as who dies, who lives. There's going to be some good, some happy parts of it, and some. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I've just tried to be fair. But yeah, I mean, I have my issues with stuff, and you've heard me mention in episode reviews or whatever. Let's see here. K-Dubs has a question from John C. Q&A. When the 13th Lord Commander was overthrown, they struck his name from all the records. What would be the purpose of that when he is still remembered as the 13th? I think the purpose of that would be Stark's protecting that name. I think it was probably a Stark too, but I don't think that it is the same. Remember, the Night King from the show, they're just using that name from the Night's King in the books from the tale as a de facto leader name. Right, so just keep that in mind because a lot of people will say, they're the same person. I think that's the Night's King that had the White Walker wife and all that. But that would make no sense if the timing is what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Because that was 13 Lord Commanders later after the Night's Watch was founded, which was the reason they found it was because of the first long night in the White Walkers. So you had a White Walker before the 13th Lord Commander is what I'm saying. The Night King, the original first White Walker.
Might want to check Super Chat before we get to
before
those people have to go to bed.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. We fall behind. We are falling behind. All right, here we go. Slope. Thank you, Slope. Appreciate the Super Chat. What's that big series you guys did in a dragon... a dragon raised by something or other. It's something awesome. Called A Dragon Raised by Wolves.
Parts 1 through 5.
Exactly. So there you go. Drink up, and by the way, Proto Stark. Just for in case anybody's drinking on the Sunday night before work.
Absolutely.
Super chat from Celine. Hey, Celine, how are you?
What's happening?
I didn't see her in the chat. Celine's in the house. The original OG moderator.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for the super chat. Randy Suimatsu, thank you. Love the short Q&A vid. Riddick rocks. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that.
And he does.
He absolutely does. Glad people are enjoying them. RT Sizzle, thank you for the super chat. Do you think we will get to see anything more of the North of the Wall, like where they created the White Walker, any other Night King backstory, or is it forever a mystery? There's no reason to in the current, but I can see a flashback for Bran to see exactly the first long night. I think he's got to check that out. So I believe
like we'll never see their home base or
I wouldn't imagine the show. I would imagine at least just the first war and how it ended or whatever happened there, but not necessarily the lands of always winter and they have do they have an armor smith and stables and what do they sleep?
Right.
So I guess that should, and you know what, I come to think of it, it might need to stay a mystery. I don't know.
Right.
It's hard to say.
I agree.
It really depends on their intentions. Celine again, thank you, Celine. Hey, Chris, James, and Riddick.
Hey,
appreciate
Celine.
that.
Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Always welcome.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so where are we at? We're over an hour here. Are we caught up? I think we're caught up for a minute, so we can take a stretcher and let the Riddick out.
That's right.
Let me check Streamlabs here. Good there. And I think this is caught up. Which I try to rush through and get everybody's stuff that post questions before they go to sleep.
Yes.
I know we're long-winded.
We've done it a few times, but
we have.
We try.
We have. We're long-winded, but anyway. All right, so yeah, we'll do that. We're caught up there, and we'll come back and grab questions from the regular chat here. More questions from the regular chat. So give us a couple minutes, and we will be right back.
They want to see you right here.
All
Come
right,
on.
here we go.
All right.
All right, we are back. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Where you going? Riddick was over here for a minute.
He was.
He walked up in here, but he didn't get in his spot and stay. You just want to say hello? You just want to say hello? You can't see him over here. You just going? Oh, does that feel good?
Oh yeah.
Ear scratch.
Oh yeah, Dad.
All right.
Can you hear us good?
I guess. Yeah, I think we're. Yeah, okay, we're good. Stargarian Ninja's getting sleepy. Uh-oh. What's up, Tim F? All right, so let's get back to the questions here in the chats.
I've got one for you too. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
All right, this is, and I'm not asking you to like toot your own horn or anything. just seriously, do you have anything that you're proudest of that you've called, like theory wise or guess wise?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Season 6. When me and Val did the prediction for season 6, we got a lot of stuff right, and we got accused of reading leaks.
I hope y'all do that again.
We are. We're going to do for season 7 or season 8 for sure. But yeah, I mean, because if you just watch, and of course I know the average person who don't do YouTube for a living,
right,
watches it and talks about it, and that's about it. They
water
love
cooler.
it, but water cooler.
Yeah.
But they're not rewatching and reading and then going back and checking quotes and you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you just read and you just watch and you're obsessive like me,
that's a good way to put it.
Then you will get a lot of stuff right. It's not like you have to read a damn script leak to. But no, I mean I've done pretty good overall. I mean there's a few things I got wrong, but they should have been that way. I don't know. I don't know any particular. I think we pretty much called a lot of stuff in season 6.
Yeah.
And 7 too.
Since I've got involved, I think Cat's Paw is the one I'm most excited about.
Yeah, God, I'd have to go back through and
head.
see. We had so many Q&A prediction videos for season 7.
We did, dude.
We got a lot right, but we never went back and revisited that because we thought about that. Like we should go back and do what did we get right, what did we get wrong, and have a tally. But with so much footage, it's so much because we had long Q&As. All right. Anyway,
thanks, Ashley. I saw that.
Going again. What? Oh, I think they're having a discussion on other channels or something. We got Herb Coswell II up in the house.
Wow, he's back.
No, I'm not talking about any YouTuber. I don't talk about YouTubers. I'm friends with most every YouTuber out there and respect them. And
we are.
Yeah, no. So I don't go down that path whatsoever. Let's see. Mimi, what you got? I'm sorry. I see.
Here we go, right here.
Okay, there it is. Serious Q&A from Mimi Keycat. Thank you, Mimi. Serious Q&A. People make predictions about who will be the next commander of the Wall. But would that be even a point of a wall after this battle with the White Walkers? No, there will not be a Night's Watch. And this is this is another one of my predictions. So if there is some kind of pact or some kind of potential threat left out there, they could, if they even know about it, rebuild, fix the wall. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there will be another Lord Commander after Ed, since technically he's kind of the Lord Commander.
Yeah.
There's no need for it because it's got to end. They have to break the wheel. We've said that a million times. If there's no Night King, there's no more threat. There's the wildlings are now in Westeros and part of the community, so to speak, and people are starting to accept that. I don't think there will be a wall.
Now talk about how that affects society for a while. I mean, they were able to send some people up there, like thieves and people who weren't really wanted.
That is
now,
true.
what are they going to do with all those people?
That is true. Well, I think
to put them to good use. So to
part
speak.
of it is this: most people are going to be dead. Most of Westeros are probably just going to be dead.
That is the sad
and
truth.
So there will be, we'll see what kind. I don't think it's going to be an overnight government change, but it will be hints of that. I'm sure. But so you'll have to see if they're. I don't know how much of the society we see being rebuilt. You know what I mean? So yeah, there just have to be some. There's always going to be robbers and thieves and shit. There'll be more like a prison system versus just a wall, or
turn Dragonstone into Devil's Island or
yeah,
Alcatraz.
Yeah, Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean something. I guess I don't know. It's hard to say.
But that
yeah,
was
I mean,
a way
that's
for those
interesting.
people to live out their life with a little dignity.
Yes, right, true. So yeah, I mean. Maybe there will be some other thing established. I don't know. We'll see.
What's the next big threat? There'll always be something, I guess. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. Maybe they'll build roads. It'll be community service.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because as they progress in technology type thing,
learn a trade.
Right, exactly.
Something like that.
Hello YouTubers. Hello YouTubers. Great area. We will be doing something this week. Just heads up. I think we're going to be doing that. What's today again? Sunday. So
I'm looking forward to that.
Tomorrow, I think we'll record a little something. So yeah, look out for that. We don't know exactly a date, but it should be fairly soon.
Jay Stom said they need to watch for the Snarks and Grumpkins, though. I actually thought about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the Shadow
Cats.
Cats.
Legends alive just to have that.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see, though. But we don't know enough about, like, if they're magical things. And Ice Spider's as big as hounds. Will they die off and all this stuff?
Was it not?
Yes.
Some of those castles were kind of empty or something, or not being kept up like they were.
Oh yeah, there's 17 castles on the wall. Only 3 of them were being used.
So yeah,
so
it was already kind of fading,
way declining. Yep, exactly. There's Smokeahannes.
Proto's got something here. Proto Peach.
Let's see, from Alex Montero. I'm starting to get the feeling that let me stop it. Starting to get the feeling that David and Dan are going to pull a 180 on us instead of the White Walkers being the big bad. It's going to be Cersei. What do you think? I do agree to an extent. I mean, Cersei is the big bad for sure, but there's still the White Walker's got to be dealt with. It can't be where he's just did all this horrible shit and he ends up having some noble goal. I mean, and maybe in his eyes, but it still doesn't erase the horrible shit and the evil and the killing. So I think he's pretty much the big bad. But I think the idea is that you got. You got a non-human big bad, right?
Correct.
You got the group of the living who's trying to fight this. That's the number one priority, not crowns and not thrones. And then you got the human they're trying to convert and make understand, who is obsessed with crowns and thrones, and that's all, to kind of join humanity again, and she can't. She's far really beyond. Neat. So it is almost a double whammy for the people in the middle, the sandwich as we've been calling it.
That's right.
So I think that's the idea. But I just can't see any, like if the Night King was somehow able to communicate in Bran or through Bran or whatever, or if he has that freaking some kind of voice that you don't really want to hear. I don't think there's nothing I can think of that was for us to go, oh well, then he's pretty cool. There's just nothing I can think of that for what he's done.
Now, take the Golden Company out of the picture. How strong is Cersei as is?
Not very.
That's what I was thinking.
Not very.
So once they turn their back on her, which I feel like you're pretty dead on when you say you think they're going to break,
contract. They're not going to follow her.
So
not very long.
So how, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. How bad is she? I think they're gonna. I think the smart play would be go ahead and get that dynamic out of the way.
I thought so too. But I do wonder if there is going to be a White Walker thing that's taken care of, and then they finally end the war, and then they deal with Cersei. I do wonder. That would be different.
It would
be absolutely different.
Because I know that's on the table now.
But at the same time, it doesn't really fit in the storytelling because they've built this up for every season. There's always been, first you had the prologue in the books, or the very first scene in the episode 1. And then every once in a while you heard the magic music and you knew there was something with some other thread out there. It wasn't just about politics. And if they don't pay that off right, and ends up being he's just killed really quickly, and then Cersei's like the big thing, then that don't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a sieged castle before.
Yes.
That can't be the big ending with, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like they've got to, it's going to be almost simultaneous, or they got to deal with Cersei because the Night King's still coming. They have to backpedal and get down to King's Landing or some big castle.
Good night, Peach. Thanks for all your hard work.
Yes, thank you, Peach. Appreciate it. Good night. Good night. Let's see what we got here. Where are we? Let me double check. Randy Suematsu, thank you for the super chat. I think John will make sure wildlings have a choice of keeping the lands north of the wall or assimilating to the north. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, John. Yeah.
If there's no wall there, or at least, you know, a remainder of a wall, but you can still get through, is what I'm saying. It should be completely their choice, right? Yeah, because they're helping serve Westeros right now. So, and that was John's whole point, and why he got murdered for it. So yeah, I mean, I think that's true. But you know, people have mentioned they could get another castle, the twins. Bronn could get the twins, for that matter, being two castles. You could, you know, a lot of people think the Dreadfort, because the Boltons are gone, that would be great. So I mean, you could also have, you know, some go back if they want to live that kind of lifestyle, but they're free to do so. But they will not bow, they will not kneel. So I think that's a big part of it.
And the wall's going to basically be a new mountain range, basically.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, or you know, it looks like we just got one end that collapsed, but the rest of it's probably being, I don't know. We'll see if it's ever. There's no reason to go really tear it down, I guess.
No, I'd say not.
You know, because there's as long as they can get through it. Onyx Rose, thank you for the super chat. Will Arya be cool with Gendry immediately, or we have to win her? Where he have to win her trust back? I mean, before being sold, he chose to part ways, which hit Arya hard. That is true.
Damn, I never thought about that.
Yeah, that is very true.
Assumed it would just,
I don't believe it would be that. You know, I think she would be like immediately glad to see he's alive, and then it's one of those. She pushes him and smacks him or something.
I can see that.
You motherfucker! You know, you left me, and this is what you know. So I could see that.
And then they hug,
and then they go back to hugging, and he apologizes or whatever. So there will be a little bit of you know, drama there, but not much. She won't hold on to that for too long, because she almost gets it. He's just trying to do what she was trying to do, and that's survive.
Yeah,
you know, and he thought that would be the best way or whatever, and to be, you know, protection from, well, he thought protection from the Red Woman, which didn't happen. Of course, he's already aired his grievance in season 7 when they went up to the wall and they were in prison. He was like, these bastards tried to, you know, they sold me to the Red Woman. She tried to kill me, and then, you know, he was wincing with the Hound. So that was I think that pretty much, you know, set that up or finished that off. But you could see a little conversation with Arya. Let's see. Herb again from Proto Peach. Thank you, Peach.
Thank you.
Damn it. Stop moving. Stop it. Okay, am I the only one who thinks that Jon may confront Arya about her being a faceless man and also threatening Sansa with a dagger? Also, we can end all those Rhaegar alive theories now. Yes, please end the Rhaegar alive theories. He is not Mance Raider. It's not going to happen. Makes no sense for Rhaegar to be hiding out somewhere just watching things if he's so obsessed with the prophecy. And seeing his own son, knowing he's alive or something. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. He died with Lyanna on his lips.
Yes.
As far as Jon, I mean, yeah. I mean, because she went a little psycho. She went a little psycho there. So, I mean, again, it goes back to the conversation. They'll be initially, like, you know, really happy. But then there's going to be a serious talk there about things. But they're both different people. He died, you know, and she did what she had to do to survive.
Much of a choice.
Yeah,
as far as going crazy, she didn't have much of a choice.
That's true. I mean, she had it was always a thing from her. It didn't start with the Starks being killed. It started when she was a child, and she didn't fit the role properly as she should have. You know, she wanted to be a warrior and shit, where they wanted her to sew things. The whole needle, you know, thing in the first place.
Freaking berated, you know, and
and Arya Horseface, you know, when she was a kid in the book. So even though she is not ugly, she was compared to Lyanna. Rhaegar Ruby. Yes, it does. It does, Rhaegar, for sure. Lord of Light says, do you think we will see the Night King or the Night King Palace in the final season, even one of the spinoffs? like I said a minute ago, I don't think, at least in the show, we will necessarily see where they live as far as the lands of always winter. That almost needs to remain mysterious.
Yeah, I agree with
But
that.
I wouldn't be mad if we did.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we just need to see mainly what the reasoning is and how the first one ended, what made them go back and leave everybody alone. Because they didn't have to go back. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
The last hero says his magical sword broke. Wasn't the Zora High sword, obviously. The magical flaming sword that shot laser beams. Sharks with laser beams. I always think about that. But yeah, so they went away because they agreed to. Let's be real.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And I still question the wall in the first place. I still question because they have this ice ability that, maybe they help build the damn thing, but they can't go through it with magic, but men can, so it don't kind of add up. I don't know.
TMF, you hadn't talked about that in a while, and maybe some book readers, new book people.
Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hold on, Tim. I'm trying to find it. It just hopped the chat. Right there we go. Q&A. Tim F. Do you think the Gravedigger in the books is really the Hound? I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that a while
I
back.
think the scene where he was burying the family in season 7 was a shout out to that.
I think so too.
Since we didn't see that in the show, they kind of didn't do the Quiet Owl. They did Brother Ray and kind of this little community. So they did it a little bit different. But I do absolutely think the Hound is the Gravedigger.
And then right below it, Lydia Quinn.
Lydia Quinn. Barrick said, "Kill the Night King and you kill them all." Why did John answer Barrick with "You don't understand"?
I want to know what you
We
think.
talked about this before.
Every time we talk about it, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, that's a good scene.
Yeah, it's like you would, because it implies that John knows something that we don't, and he don't. There's nothing that I can think of that he already knows. I think he was about to say, like, Danny's on her way, we have to wait or something. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, man.
Because they absolutely saw the proof. Which was another thing, speaking of being proud of predictions, that we called in Dragon Part 2 or something.
Sure enough did.
We called that if you kill the White Walker that turned them whites or whatever, that they would all just collapse. And that
we talked about the scene and everything.
So, exactly. So we did call that for sure. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think I was trying to think about it in the context of the scene. Kill him, they'll all fall, and Jorah even suggested, so we don't want to fuck with these guys, we want to go for those guys. Obviously, it's the smart thing to do. But I guess it just has to be, you don't understand, Dany's on her way, and she's going to burn them all, or something. You know what I mean? So I can't think of anything that he would know already, because he doesn't. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know who he actually is. I know. There's no information he has yet. So I guess it was just related to Dany. Like, let's just try to stay here and let her bring these dragons. I guess.
Yeah.
I can't really answer that.
Because Barrick was dead on.
Yeah. But I guess maybe he was saying, look, if we don't want to just...
Could he admit, you don't understand, he's different? He's more powerful.
Could be,
because I've already killed a couple of these son of a bitches.
Right,
you know,
right. But does he know that?
I know.
Because he never fought him. He's never fought him. He's just stared into his eyes.
Maybe it's a feeling he gets.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's that Stark heritage.
He got scared shitless when he was on that boat leaving Hardhome.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
But John ain't scared of much.
You can't give a clear answer because you just don't have enough information. But anyway,
oh shit, you read it too.
I did. The same time, Slope with the super chat. Spoiler alert: there is one. Careful, spoilers ahead. I'm kidding. Not really. There is one Bolton left, Michael, who will sit the Iron Throne in the end. Yes, Michael Bolton will absolutely. That's the missing piece of the puzzle right there. Thank you, Slope, for the in-game theory. I'll make a video on that tomorrow. We'll start filming that immediately. Let's see. Corey Ryson, thank you, Corey, for the super chat. Do you think John or whomever is involved can instill fear into the Night King, or is an emotionless psychopath hell-bent on destruction? It depends on his motives. If does he want to die and get revenge at the same time? Does he want to end the curse? If he's somebody that wants to die, he's not going to be afraid of anything. So he didn't seem very scared when there was dragons flying all around him. He didn't.
He hasn't flinched yet.
Ain't even flinched. I mean, he didn't even run. He didn't like even give a command to anybody to run. Like they just stood there and said, you know, while they burned up thousands of lights.
You see how calm he was going back to the horse to get another one of those spears.
Yeah, well, we do know that was a trap. I mean, that had to be a trap.
What I'm saying is, like, he wasn't anxious. He wasn't in a hurry.
Well, he's waited for 8,000 years. Time is like
scared of shit.
No,
dude. He wasn't scared it was going to turn around and burn him while he was turning around to get the thing.
Right.
He's not afraid of.
But it does bring up a kind of one of those things. You know, they say if a man has no fear, then that's what causes him to die, right? Or something like that, right? I don't think you can scare him. I don't think there's anything that can. I don't know. I mean,
he's a kamikaze.
You would have to find out his motive. You know, does he want to continue being the Night King? You know, and living this way or whatever. Because what do you do? What if he succeeds and just kills everybody?
No.
What do you do then?
I always think about that.
What do you do then? Do you sit around and it's just all dead things?
Yeah. Leave a couple of them alive. I can wait 8,000 years to kill some more of these bastards.
Is it a game? So it would really have to get his perspective to really understand that. So at this point, I think he's an emotionless psychopath, as you stated, just hell bent on destruction. But we of course added the idea that maybe he is trying to at the same time
mission
end the curse by destroying magic or whatever that created him in the first place. Since we believe that Valyrian steel and all that cannot hurt him, because he wasn't scared of dragonfire. He just sat there and watched Jon kill a White Walker with Valyrian steel, and he didn't even they didn't stop attacking.
Right.
Like, oh shit, they got Valyrian steel. There's some kind of sword that actually hurts us.
True.
He just kept on coming.
Right.
Didn't run from dragonfire. Walked right through it.
We've seen him walk through fire twice now.
Yeah. So
dragonfire and regular fire.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much badass and don't give a damn. He has no F's to give. Jace. Yeah, just that was one of the dumbest lines. I'm sorry in the show. Bad poontang. Yeah, maybe that's all he wants. He's just trying to get to Dorne. And his girl's dead now. Damn it, Tyene Sand is dead. Unfortunately. Karen W. Q&A. How do you think Beric will die? I don't know. I don't know if they do the kiss of life in the show, because he's way past his story arc in the books. I don't know. I mean, I guess they could go out like that just to kind of throw it in there as a little thing, but there's no Stoneheart shit coming. Obviously, it's way too late for that. So I could see him dying, giving the kiss of life to a big character. That way you can get the emotional impact of a death, but then you can kind of bring him back, like Dany, for example, or maybe even Jon again. Where he thinks he gets killed, and then, but I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just trying to throw out an idea. So I think you could get him saving somebody and giving up his own life, and that was it. Like, but it would have to be important. Like, he would have to think, okay, I got to save this person. The Lord of Light wants me to, because this person has to end the war or has a big role to play in that, and my role is just to keep them alive.
So it's going to be a major player.
It would have to be. Dany. It would have to be.
And that would be cool if they both had died and came back. I mean, it would be
because
really cool.
in the books,
because he's not wanting to talk about it with her.
Yeah, the books, the whole Beric thing was just foreshadowing for Jon. That's all it was for, right? So if you got them both alive in the show, you know, I guess they could go ahead and use the kiss of life, but we don't know that he even has that ability in the show. You know, so we'll see. But I think if I think it could be that, or maybe he just simply goes out in a blaze of glory, killing a White Walker or two or whatever. It's hard to say, but if I had to guess, I would guess the Hound.
Ooh,
because there's been something there about them two. They fought to the death. He killed him. He came back. There's something going on. He's always respected him, and the Hound's kind of learned to respect him as well. Right. So we'll see.
I'm trying to help you out here.
Lord,
far from it, guys. It's the worst thing I've ever done left-handed.
Went backwards.
Peach has been trying to grab this question, but the dude's username is so long that every time she gets it, it goes over 200 characters.
Oh,
so
okay.
She found a way to get it, and that's why I was trying.
This one here,
all the way at the bottom, and then go up just a hair. Keep going. It should be right there.
Okay, here we go. Proto Peach, thank you for grabbing John's question. Is that John Pagoya? Pagayoya?
Yes, I think you nailed it.
I'm sorry, John.
Pagayoya.
I'm butchering that. Do you think the main books will elaborate more on the oily black stones and the Bloodstone Emperor, the Drowned God, the Deep Ones, Link to the Great Other, and Long Night? The show won't. The show absolutely won't. I think the books will. I don't think they're going to go so in depth as to explain all that, every single detail about every single supposed god, Bloodstone Emperor history. I mean, it's more repeats of history, I think, with the emperors, and that's a whole separate long topic right there. But there is a speculation. Now, we've spoken about the oily black stone, the sea stone chairs made of that. That was found it gives evidence there were people or something was here before the children. So, which led me to a Valyrian Azor Ahai Last Hero idea, and I did a separate video on that. But I don't think we'll ever get confirmation on any gods as far as like the drowned god. I think those are all basically, if a storm destroys a ship like it has many times, then that's a god. If you're drowned or whatever, it was a god under there controlling that. So those are things seen through the prisms of religion because they don't understand what's the power behind us, to what causes a storm, for example. Just like in real history. Yeah. Lightning used to be Thor. And now it's just electricity. It's basically static electricity.
Right, dude.
So I don't think Martin will ever explain those in full detail. He will leave some of that as mystery, as needs to be done. I don't want a full explanation for every single thing in a confirmation or of some theory necessarily. So I don't think that they will completely explain everything. And he did say, as far as, because oily black stone is really a thing with Essos, but you have the sea stone chairs I mentioned. You have the base of the high tower in Old Town. It's more of a shy thing, and he said we will never see a shy. So it's going to be. It seems to be a corruption thing, though. It seems to be something being corrupted, and that goes into the other continent that most people don't know exists down south. So anyway. I don't think that we'll get too much in that. It's going to be more of those, well, when it's all over, people can still talk about, well, I think this was this or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless he comes out with he could come out with a book after he's done, if he ever gets the books done, with little things like, because he still wants to do a lot of side story stuff in that world, Dunkin' Egg stuff and whatever. He could explain some things in there.
Like an appendix.
Almost an appendix. Like, by the way, here's all this stuff and what because I don't think he fully even has the story in his head yet.
Okay, I was getting ready to say that to you. I don't think if you thought that maybe. Like after it's over, then he can go, okay, let me tie this
fill
up.
some stuff in and tie. I mean, I think he's got little ideas, but I don't think he has them fully fleshed out is what I'm saying. So I don't think anything we would throw out there would just be...
You're in the process of writing a book. You can imagine.
Yeah,
You can't dive into every little thing you come up with right then.
Right, exactly.
You got to move the story.
You do. You got to move the story and then let that be an add-on later or something. Or give somebody else permission to write about it.
That's
like
true.
George Lucas and Star Wars, for example.
Very true.
Which none of that counts anymore, except for the new shit. Anyway, I won't get on a rant about Star Wars. Ashley Marie, thank you, Ashley Marie.
Thank you.
Do you guys think the Night King can enter the werewood net like Bran can? Yep, absolutely. He has a Proto Stark, and I believe they picked him because he was already a perhaps Green Seer, and if he wasn't, which certainly possibly, he was just a random Proto Stark that didn't have any powers. Whatever they did gave him that power. They actually connected him to werewood.net, and that's why you see the connection with Bran. I mean, he kind of scares him out of these visions. He can touch him physically, dude. That type of thing. So I absolutely think that he is tapped into the same system, so to speak, and that's where we come in with the end game about the Owl of Faces.
Oh, something I've been thinking about. I want to call it right now.
Uh-oh.
Before the season is over. Could be right away, but before it's over, Bran will have a beard.
Bran will have a beard?
Now, I know the character's young, but they'll age him a little bit.
Yeah,
because you know how presidents get gray and they get old really quick because they're dealing with so much stress.
Yeah,
I think Bran's going to have some gray and he's going to have a beard. I'm just picturing that.
Yeah, I can see. I wonder if Isaac can grow a beard. He's a pretty young cat, but he's grown up. He's a tall little kid now, but he's still a kid. You know, it takes a while, especially right here. This is the last spot to ever be able to grow.
Oh yes,
you know,
dude.
when you're in middle school and you're in middle school and you start getting a little goatee.
Hated that.
And then you can't grow this till you're like a junior.
Damn skippy, dude. Hell, it took me a while.
You can't get that. So yeah, so. I can see it. Look, brand beard oil. Look at that. Doc Holliday. We got some merchandising going on already.
Yes, we do.
Let's see.
John Haymaker. Varys will grow dreadlocks.
You done started it. No, I can see it. I can see Brand being a little, kind of looking a little older and wiser with all he knows. Or he just goes crazy like Hodor or simply dies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah, he could. He could just fall over. We got a hashtag Brand Beard now.
Yeah, just remember you heard it here first.
Hello YouTubers is saying Brand will be sitting north of the wall like Bloodraven. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think he will be necessarily. Well, he could if he decides to do that. But Bloodraven told him, if you remember, at least in the show, remember books has not happened yet, that he will not be an old man in a tree like he is. So he knew he was leaving that cave and all that. So. I said that a long time ago too. That is he going to be just like stuck in a tree from now on? But we talked about after this thing's over, if he lives, can he just be in society? Does he still have magic? Does it still work? Does he go crazy? Get a little payback for Hodor and all that, even though it's not really his fault, but he feels like personally responsible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He does. Right. He really does. The hipster Brand, John Haymaker. Oh shit. Thank you, Mimi. Yes, this is the best channel, absolutely. If I do say
by
so
far.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's the worst. It's obviously the worst channel, fucking as far as YouTube's concerned. Sorry. All right, let me.
Marty, you're right. He was rocking the Beatles look.
Yes, he was. That's exactly what I thought about. Let's see. Coach O'Shea, thank you for the super chats. How long do you think the Golden Company will stay with Cersei? I don't think it'll be long. I think it'll be, the way I picture it is they come over, they think they got a real job to do, but then they find it, because I don't think Euron and Cersei is telling them the entire story. I think they're telling them there's a usurper over here, and I need help, and they didn't tell them who the usurper was. So then they find out who the usurper is and find out dragons are involved. And, of course, then they get the story probably from them. I'm assuming there's going to be a parlay of some sort with Jon and Dany and those guys. And then they're like, okay, yeah, you're trying to actually save the world. She's just trying to keep the damn throne. Yeah, she's illegitimate. Let's go with Dany.
And she's gonna play the damsel in distress role, and has gold, and they'll make it. I even think the Bronn thing being a sellsword, and then he sees the bag of gold on the ground. We saw during the dragon fight, right, the Field of Fire 2.0, and he sees the gold and leaves. It was almost a little hint of the Golden Company. Damn you, you're right.
I should have did a video. I should have shut the hell up and just did a video on that tomorrow.
You're right.
A little short video. So yes,
sellswords
can do the right thing.
Yes,
and turn down the gold for the sake of the world in this case. See how what happens when he's live. Now this will ruin the channel this week. I'll lose 30 subscribers, but there you go. There's a good little piece of something.
You're right. It does show that. Sets that up perfectly.
It does. It absolutely does. So yeah, you heard it here first, I think. Unless I just read that somewhere, which I hadn't, because I haven't been reading anything.
You can't this year. This season.
I haven't read a damn thing. I haven't read, nothing. Brittany Stapish, thank you for the super chat. I do not see a question, though.
But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if you meant to have a question, try to get that to a moderator if you don't mind. I apologize if you did. There is a little line where you type the question right like above the slider where you pick the amount you want to donate. Speaking of that, let me really quick before we take a quick stretch and then wrap this up. Double check this here. This is called Streamlabs. I keep forgetting. And I still like y'all notice I put the Streamlabs All Stars thing up the last couple weeks. Which is apparently
I saw that over there. I wanted to ask you about it.
Pretty cool thing. Yeah, they just if you're an All Star, you get these little things you can throw up on your streams because apparently not many people get them.
That's cool as hell. So
we've streamed a lot of hours.
You damn right, man.
let's see, D Brown. Are you D Brown? Thank you so much, D Brown, for the donation on Streamlabs for con.
D is
because I want to see you guys at the con. Keep it up, boys. Thank you so much, D Brown. You don't have to donate that kind of money there. You're already doing a lot on Patreon.
Can't wait to see you either, D.
But yeah, really. Absolutely. Thank you so much, D. Really, really appreciate it. Let's see here. I think we got all those. Just want to double check if anybody's subscribed. All right, and back to this here. I think we got, yes, we got D here on Patreon. So thank you, D. Who do y'all think will die at Winterfell? Yeah, that's hard, man. I think you're going to have to see Tormund go, Grey Worm, maybe not at Winterfell necessarily. I don't know. Tormund may make it back to King. I don't know if he makes it out of Winterfell.
Let's see here.
Beric. I don't think he goes to King's Landing or falls back to the south. So I would get that would be my top three for guesses right off the top of my head. It would be Grey Worm, Beric, and maybe Tormund. As far as some of the more important characters, I think Gendry makes it. Arya and them make it. Sansa, I would not be shocked. I'm still really thinking about Sansa if we gotta lose a Stark.
Because what's her role?
Because
in the end game,
she became a lady, and it kind of goes to the direwolf thing. And lady died. I don't know, but I would guess those three.
What's the Star Trek joke you talk about all the time? Ensign somebody that always dies or something. Somebody,
oh no, red shirts.
You say, they're gonna die. You always point that out.
Yeah, red shirts. Anybody has a red shirt in Star Trek, they're no names. Yeah, all the sentries will absolutely. Yeah, they'll all die. They're all red shirts.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of death, but as far as major players, I don't know. You got me thinking about Sansa now.
Yeah, I think we'll see. I think we'll see the majority of them escape if there's a battle, for example. And I do think they'll have to fall back and go south, like we talked about before, and that'll end up in the King's Landing, and that will where they'll have to deal with Cersei almost at the same time. So I do think most will make it out of that, but you're going to have to lose some. You're going to have to lose like a Beric and probably, man, I hate to say Tormund, maybe Tormund.
I can't picture that.
I don't know, Grey Worm, perhaps. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be sad. We're all going to shed tears.
Yeah, I want them to all have like sprained ankles.
Yeah. Where they're just up in the infirmary. Let the Night King don't go to.
I got slings on and shit.
At the end, they're all fucked up. They got slings on and band-aids and shit, but they're all like, "But we made it, boys!" And they're all drinking Imps Light. I mean, that would be outstanding. I
couldn't write a book.
Yours would be 4 pages long.
And everybody lived happily ever after.
Once upon a time, there was a bunch of shit went down, but everybody pulled through.
Nobody died miraculously, except the bad guy.
Exactly. Oh shit. Also, D Brown. Thank you, D. I've been watching WrestleMania all night and got my brain is fried, not by my choice. Can't think of anything smart to ask. Sorry. No, you're
funny.
You're fine. No, we used to watch wrestling. Believe me,
yeah,
we used
man.
to be big time in wrestling. I hadn't watched wrestling since Stone Cold left.
I know that was the good old days.
Yeah,
I mean, all prior to that, up through the Attitude Era, and then it just like fell off a cliff.
Yeah, it did. Man, apparently, it made some kind of comeback, but yeah, it is what it is.
But we had the NWA down here and Jim Crockett Promotions.
Damn right.
Man,
damn right.
Good. Ric Flair, baby.
Let's see. Artsy Girl saying Arya dies, Sansa lives. I can see it too. Oh, Lord. Doc Holliday, the infirmary is in the basement of love. That's a Twitch thing. Just a heads up. If anybody's wondering what the hell we're talking about, when you see BOL, that was a Twitch thing that happened last night. I don't know how it happened. I got myself into that. Randy Sumatsu, Super Chat. Thank you, Randy. Do you think if Sansa dies, Arya will have to stay in Westeros?
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, I've never bought the whole thing with what's west of Westeros, some will hop on a boat and sail. I mean, maybe. But if she's learning about this relearning, I should say, the pack mentality that's been
True.
fed to her since Ned in season 1. And like he talked about, winter is coming for real, and we got to stick together. And then she goes back, and Arya and Sansa have this conversation, and she learns, like, okay, she's still my sister, and blah blah blah. You know, I just don't see her just taking off and leaving after this. I don't know. She could, but I don't think so. I think she would do what she needed to do for her family. And if Sansa died, and who knows? But I don't think she leaves.
Right.
Because she's just going to be back in Essos. At some point, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything west, another continent is what I'm saying.
Now, I'm not dwelling on this by no means. I don't sit around dwelling on it. But do you think Arya and Sansa are still virgins? They're supposed to be, right?
Oh, Sansa's not.
Sansa is not. Who did she have sex with?
Ramsay.
Oh, against her will. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That was the horrible shit. Was yes.
Because I remember the Hound saved her, and I was thinking, so she's never been raped or anything, but I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah. So
but
yeah, definitely.
Arya, yes, should be right.
Yes, she should be. Yeah.
See,
yeah,
yeah,
because
she needs to
remember
fall
they're
love
in because you remember in the books they were young, a lot younger.
As
They
hell,
aged
yeah.
everybody up obviously because they couldn't put young, girls
Damn, Ramsay.
and boys for that matter in all the sexual situations in that time period. So
because Joffrey didn't do anything but freaking torture her ass, right?
no, yeah, they never got married, and he gave her a necklace was a nice thing he ever did, which was all bullshit. You know,
Tyrion didn't mess with her.
Joffrey, you got to remember, Joffrey's an asshole. I mean, he killed animals and tried to show his father when he was a kid, and his father backhanded him. He thought that was a way of getting his attention. Yeah. He was already a fucking psychopath. So yeah, he didn't care about shit like that apparently. Because I mean, Roz walks in.
God, I know.
And he's like,
fucking idiot.
What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, shit. Let's see here.
So I got my point was that I want Arya to have a good love arc.
And she don't have to be a lady necessarily to be have a love story. Yeah. Fresh 24, thank you for the super chat. What do you think what do the White Walkers want? Do you think? Fresh 24, welcome first of all. I hadn't seen that name before. We think that it's a combination of things. We talk about it in part 5 of our a little series, A Dragon Raised by Wolves, which
go check
probably
it out.
heard us mention. Check that whole series out. The first one's about an hour long. The other ones are about 25 to 30 minutes. But it's a 5-part series that goes through a lot of backstory and where we finally get to part 5, which is very recent actually.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you exactly what we think he wants. But essentially it boils down to not only just revenge, but ending the magic that created him, because he is in agony too.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for all that shit.
He never asked for that, and it's lasting forever, and it's going to last forever unless he can break this magic.
Unless he can break this curse, so to speak.
Yeah.
And maybe he just didn't have a way to do that, and it's got something to do with Jon's birth, because Jon is the first Song of Ice and Fire. So that's what it's all about. That's what he's reacting to. We believe that as far as his birth, it was fairly recent, enough for him to start building an army again. Otherwise, he waited 8,000 years for what?
Right.
So it has to be related
we know
to Jon.
is integral part.
Right.
Achieving this goal of his to break this curse.
Right, exactly. And that fits into the idea what somebody brought up earlier about them being kind of good guys. It's not that they're good, but there's an actual a reason, and that doesn't excuse everything.
I understand.
But there's a reason that he's doing all this now. And that's because he was taken against his will and stabbed in the chest. Long time ago, but he ain't forgetting about it because he can't.
No, he can't.
So anyway, that's in general. But yeah, for more details on that and all the little book stuff to back it up, check that series out. I don't know if one of you mods has the link to that playlist. I don't have it right now. I could grab it. Maybe you can, because I can't apparently post links on my own shit for some reason. But yeah,
Dude, I could try. This would be amazing if I pull this off.
Yeah, you should be a mod on there. I was trying. I could find the playlist. Anyway, all right. Lisa Shell on Patreon. Thank you, Lisa. Q&A. Who do you think hired Jack in the guards at the beginning, and who is he supposed to kill? That is still a mystery. I think the way you got to look at it, the way I look at it is, Lisa, is he was in the black cells, and we know that he was not captured, by accident. He wanted to be in those cells. So you got to think about it. Where do they go when they're in the black cells if they're not executed for low crimes or whatever?
Right.
They go to the wall. Yoren came to clean out the cells, and that's when he was on his way to the wall, of course, and Arya met and all that stuff. So it seems like he wanted to get to the wall.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can do it, though.
It seems like he wanted to get to the wall, but the thing is, once he did meet Arya and the shit went down at Harrenhal and all that stuff, and did you post a link?
I did.
He did it. He copied and pasted.
I did that. The first playlist I've ever shared.
Awesome. He's learning, people. But anyway, so yeah, the thing that bothers me about that, though, is that once they got to Harrenhal and all that shit went down, and he got out and he became a Lannister soldier for a while, and then he helped Arya with 3 names, the Tickler and all those guys he killed. It's like he didn't continue that. He went back to Bravos. So it's like, okay, now he is involved in other storylines. Obviously, there's something going on. I won't spoil it for anybody reading the books or going to read the books. He is much more involved in the books. There is a storyline at the Citadel. I won't go any further than that. I mentioned a couple things before on here, but you got to ask yourself, at that time, he knew what was going to happen. He knew where the black cells would lead him. So what would be at the wall that he would be he'd be hired to kill, or just maybe gather information on? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe, but then he decides to abandon that, right? So was he hired, or was it just like a faceless assassin cult, god of death thing where he just needed to go get some information, but nobody actually paid them? You know what I mean? Because if they pay him, he's going to finish the job. So I think it was one of those things. So yeah, that. Still certainly a mystery there.
I liked it when he was helping her with those 3 names.
All right, well let's. I think we're caught up for a second here. I thank you, Paint with Penny, for subscribing. By the way, just subscribed.
Thank you so much.
8 minutes ago, appreciate
5
it.
entries right there, right?
That's 5 entries right there. Appreciate it. Let's see here, but I think we're caught up for a second here, so we'll take a stretcher and come back and do one more little segment if you're cool with that, I guess.
Yeah.
And finish this up and let everybody get into bed. We're at 12:30. We've been going for 2 hours, so yeah, we'll.
Yeah, I thought Lana had to be at the doctor in the morning, but it's not tomorrow.
Oh yeah, had the wrong daylight. See if it was me, I'd be thinking. I think it's fucking Saturday right now. I don't know what's going on.
You've been struggling all night.
I have. Because this damn editing, man, it just drives me insane. Anyway, I need an editor, by the way. we got to make this happen and get to 100K so I can afford an editor. Anyway, so yes, let's do that. See you, Mama Org. I will highlight this, stop it if I can. Hopefully it won't disappear. Maybe it will. And I will grab that. So anyway, all right, we'll come back in a few minutes. So we'll be right back. We're back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Brother. Wrestling talk apparently going on. All right. We're back. Let's see here. Where are we at? Mama Orc had a question, I believe. Oh, stay. Look at there. There's been 1,000 more.
Ha!
Did it really just drop?
That's what your ass is.
Damn it, Mama Orc. I had your question. And it just completely.
I believe it's Mama Ogre.
Oh, yeah, Ogre.
Mama
I'm sorry.
Ogre,
Yeah, I said that. But I said that right before. I'm sorry, Mama Ogre. I knew that. I was just glancing at it.
Road Warriors, Tito Santana. I'm sorry. They're naming everybody. Damn, where'd you put it?
It was way up there. It dropped. Damn it, Mama Ogre. If you can post that again or something. No, I got it. I got it.
Dude.
Here it is. What's the Mama Ogre says Q&A? What's the weirdest fan theory you've seen / created? Loving the near matching looks, guys. Yeah, this is very odd for him.
We're tag team champs.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Oh, shit.
We got DX. I love some Road Dogg Jesse James. Oh, shit. Tag team champions of the world. Anyway, sorry. Little flashback there. Yes. The craziest one, the weirdest one. Mine have been pretty straightforward. So I don't know if I've created any crazy ones. The craziest one I've heard of is that Tyrion is a time-traveling fetus.
Holy shit.
That's actually a thing. Yes. So, yeah, that's the weirdest by far, I think. You know, you got Varys as a merman.
That's the weirdest one I've ever heard.
Yeah, Varys as a merman and stuff, and
Yeah,
all kinds of.
that. Yeah.
The Tyrion thing, I don't remember it exactly, but it's related to Dany and Rhaego, her child Rhaego, and some weird shit like that. I don't remember it exactly though. Hey, look at that! Chicken to Jail. Smoke's gonna be a solid tag team name. Yeah.
Damn sure.
Oh snap, Billy Gunn, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn. We are the new age. Sorry, Outlaws. That was a good time. That was a good time in wrestling. Wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Wrestling. I'm sorry,
Dude.
I'm sorry.
When I had my long hair,
Yeah, that's right.
there were people over watching wrestling one night, and I came out of the bathroom in a towel like Val Venus.
Oh damn! You did.
Ladies.
You did the dance and shit.
Oh, dude, they loved it, man.
Oh hell! I used to dress. I'll say this really quick. I'm sorry for you people who are like, what the fuck are you talking about wrestling for? When I was a kid, I had a friend named Josh, and and I had blonde hair. I had a mullet at one time, a spiked mullet.
Everybody did.
My hair was blonde then, as I was a kid. But we had all the bandanas when we did Rock and Roll Express. We had belts and everything, cardboard with spray painted with gold, spray paint, and everything. We dressed up like him exactly. And he looked almost just like Robert Gibson. He had the dark hair, I had the blonde hair, so we were the Rock and Roll Express. Thank you, Purple Haze, for the super chat. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We try.
It's been a good stream tonight. A lot of positive vibes. Feels good.
Feels good, man. Feels good. That's becoming a saying now. Feels good, man. Feels bad, man. On Twitch streams for some reason. Something now. The Knights Deuce. Of course, I would have a mullet. You know, every kid at some point in the South had a mullet. When you're a kid, your parents just say cut his hair, and that's what you get.
Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't called mullet back then.
That's right. It wasn't.
That shit
called
started
that.
in the 90s.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we at here? Let me check this really quick. Let me refresh this page. Sometimes it does not like auto refresh.
But all my friends wanted to grow up and be Terry Bradshaw, Roger Staubach. I wanted to be the Nature Boy, man.
Yeah. Woo!
Just have one of those damn robes and fucking spin around.
Yeah. Dun, dun. I mean, that is it's crazy.
I just knew when I grew up I'd wear Rolex and have alligator shoes.
Alligator shoes. That's right. Oh damn. Let's see. Oh, there's Amanda Kane. Let's see. Dark John. Be careful with Nightbot. He's a necessary asshole, but he will time you out if you do too many caps or things here. Rhaegar Ruby Q&A. Do you think the woman referenced in the story of the 13th Lord Commander is a White Walker? Since the White Walkers were allegedly driven off before the wall was even built. I think so. The way it's described, because if it was just say a light-skinned wildling woman like some people, he wouldn't have lost. Of course, of stories it could be a myth, a little bit of a myth, but he wouldn't have lost his soul if that actually literally happened and started sacrificing babies to the others. So I take it for what it is. It was something went down. It's probably not exactly as we hear about it, but I take it as almost like I said the other day in the Tuesday video. I think it was the second question of the day or Wednesday. That Craster is almost a repeat of that, because he was the one doing sacrifices in the modern times,
right?
Whereas the Lord Commander, 13th Lord Commander, Night's King, did that back then. So I take it at face value for now, because I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that it was not a White Walker female, and it may explain something to do with the Night King and his motives. So I don't really know. I can't give you a straight answer, honestly, because we just don't have that's the information we got. But you know what I mean? So I just can't. I just don't see how, him being it's almost like he was obsessed with her and then started doing horrible things, when apparently he was a good person before to be elected Lord Commander, right?
Right.
And then he starts sacrificing babies through the Black Gate. I mean, something magical was there, I think. So
I think you're all over it.
I don't know. We'll see if we ever get a clear explanation for that. Smokeahontas in the house. What's up, Smokey?
What's happening?
Is it true that you and Tony Teflon are doing panels together at the con? I have no idea. I don't know anything about who's on panels with me. I have gotten what panels I'm on, but I'm not saying anything yet, because I want it to be absolutely confirmed and know the times and the days.
Yeah.
So right now I'm on 4 panels, possibly 5. That 5th one is uncertain yet, but I haven't heard about anything about people on them, the times, the places, any of that. So I don't know. Is that are me and Tony on a panel? That'd be cool. I hope we are. So yeah, maybe Tony. Maybe I'll hit Tony up and see if he's heard about who is on these panels, because I haven't heard a damn thing. I've only got a confirmation email about 4 panels, but I don't know times and dates and people.
I think I'm getting trolled. I've been invited to a 3rd panel. Why Craster shaves his legs? I don't.
For real?
No.
I was gonna say, who the hell would they? Now, if you talked about Craster and his beard oil, that would be a perfect fit. I mean, matter of fact, you could submit that and do a beard oil panel.
Hell yes.
And talk about the beards of Game of Thrones. Why not? There's a bunch of other crazy fucking topics.
Hell yes.
That's got to be brought up. So yeah.
Cool. Paul McDermott says, when in Dallas, go to Norma's. Great Southern food.
Okay,
we're all about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely want to check out some local cuisine.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully we have time.
We need to try their barbecue, see how it compares.
Yeah, that's true. I've never been, even though the whole North Carolina barbecue things, I've never been a huge barbecue fan.
Oh, have you not?
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't crave it.
Don't
go
get
after
me wrong.
it. But
now,
yeah.
my dad will drive an hour to eat barbecue, and I'm like, you'll pass 12 joints on the way. Why would you drive that long? But
yeah,
he's nuts about it.
He mentioned, Smokeahontas is saying he mentioned it in a live stream. Okay, cool. I watched some of Tony's live stream the other night, but not all of it.
You need to check your spam folder.
Yeah, I need to check, see if he's. I'll reach out to him, because I haven't got anything as far as, again, times, people, places, and all that good stuff. So that'd be cool though. Hopefully we are. I'll ask him. I'll send him a message.
Very cool.
Let's see here. Where am I? It's Karen W. Q&A. When the Night King attacks Winterfell, what do you think Sansa will do? Do you think she will pick up a sword and fight?
Good question.
It is a good question. I mean, if push comes to shove and it's the absolute last thing, yes, she can try, but she has never trained in anything. That would be. I could see Arya stepping up for her there, if that's possible. So it would have to be really something where it's like the last ditch effort. You know what I mean? Where there's nobody else around, and something's coming towards you, or a group of whites, or
Like
even,
Sam with the crossbow.
like
it took a
or the
that.
dagger when Gilly was being attacked.
Yeah, yeah.
So it would take something like that, but I wouldn't think so. I could see a scene where Arya saves her ass with her being under pressure from walkers or whatever. But I mean, yeah, anybody would try naturally grab something nearby. You know what I mean? If you were like trying to save your life in that moment, yes. Even if you don't have any training, you'll swing something.
Yeah, you will.
So I could see that for sure, but I don't know. We'll see. At least give yourself a chance, right? Yep. I think Arya will come to your rescue. That's what Kieran's saying. Purple Haze, pulled pork barbecue sandwich. Yum yum.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. Let's see here.
I agree, Jake from State Farm. Arya is going to do something badass. We didn't watch all that training for nothing.
You got to see something besides just a fight with Brienne in the courtyard, just a little training sparring session where they both lost.
And that was impressive. But
it was impressive. It was badass, especially using the knife. But they both lost that fight, by the way.
Yeah,
you do got to remember that. But Brienne's been doing it a long, long time. But yeah, that would be cool. We're going to see some badassery from Arya for sure.
Good night, Diane.
Doc Holiday, thank you for the super chat. Doc Holiday. He is saying Brittany wants to know the Proto Stark story, please. All right, so if you're new here, I know. We do need to refresh this every once in a while because new faces come in and they're like, "What the hell is this Proto Stark shit? Why do you have a Proto Stark shirt in your store?"
True.
Hashtag. Okay, so basically it boils down to, and I had to say this on Twitch last night actually because somebody was asking that saw this channel. So basically, in Dragon Raised by Wolves parts
1 through 5,
that's become a drinking game too. So my basic theory has always been that the Night King, the de facto leader, again there is no Night King in the books, is a Stark. But you got to think about it. 8,000 years ago, if that timeline is correct, there was no House Stark. It was just First Men, right?
Yes.
Until they kind of formed their own little tribes and then founded their houses at some point. So proto meaning before, I simply said that I think that the Night King is a proto Stark. A pre-Stark. Before there was a House Stark, but the same bloodline that would become House Stark of the First Men. So that's where that comes from. And ever since then, it's somehow morphed into a drinking game during live streams.
Right, because at that time, we kept talking about the same thing so much that you kept saying it.
I kept saying it a lot over and over, and people were, it was like a fucking broken record.
But it is the perfect phrase for him. It is. So
that's where Proto Stark means Brittany, and then you just heard say a Dragon Raised by Wolves, and he says
parts 1 through 5.
Not usually like that,
no,
but
parts 1 through 5.
So that has also been a drinking game, apparently, that you guys created. We just started laughing at it and just start saying it. So that's the basic idea with Proto Stark. We have a couple here. Let's see, Randy again. So thank you, Randy. Sansa will have dragon glass ninja stars.
That's funny as hell.
That would be cool, though. That would be cool. They're not weighted right, but, for fantasy, I can buy it. If they throw some dragon glass shit, that would be cool. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it.
Ordinary backer can, you say? No, says I. Ninja star.
Oh, shit. Let's see. We got a super chat from, is that Hanani, I believe. Martin, thank you, Hanani Martin. I don't see a question, though. Appreciate the donation. If you meant to have a question, please try to get that to a moderator. Travis Eisenhart, thank you, Travis. Can you please answer Living My Rhapsody's question? Sure, sure. Did I miss something from Living My Rhapsody?
Right here.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Question from Living My Rhapsody. Is that world already a post-apocalyptic world? It seems to be stuck with no technological progress. There has been not much tech progress at all in the thousands of years. Odd, very odd.
Yeah, me personally, I don't buy that it's any kind of actual apocalyptic type world where there's some kind of nuclear fallout or some kind of fallout from some kind of astrological event. I don't buy that really. I just don't, because it goes into the sci-fi realm, and yes, George R. R. Martin himself says, he don't really think there's a huge difference between sci-fi and fantasy other than the furniture, and I agree with that. But if you start bringing in technology and, it's a post-apocalyptical world because of a nuclear age or something, and it threw people back into the Stone Ages, I just don't buy that. I think it would ruin it, actually. I think it would actually ruin the story. So, but there has been progress, if you think about it, because
we've talked about that.
Listen, you got the first races were children and giants that used dragon glass as their hunting weapons, essentially, right? And they may have warred a little bit too, because they did find dragon glass spears and arrowheads in giant bones. So there was some war there.
Yeah.
The first men came over and they had bronze, right? And then the children couldn't compete with that technology. That's technology. Mm-hmm. They had bronze. Well, then the Andals came over with steel. So things have advanced, and of course they have now castles versus just straw huts and those kind of things. Yes, it seems to be pretty slow, but in the scheme of things, I don't know. Is that slow? You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
So yeah, I mean they're not just walking; they're riding horses, and they have they definitely have nice food. Especially the book. If you read the books, you know how they eat. I mean, you're talking about the most detailed food description you've ever heard. So, yeah, I mean, I think there has been a little advancement, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not major leaps like electricity for I guess that's where people think about really technology, but it's not just electricity. Right. You know what I mean? Electrical things. So I think there has been a little bit.
I love that, Scott McCloy.
What was I saw?
You got a joint, man? It'd be a lot cooler if you did. That's on Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused, yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Pass, give. No, it's puff, give. Oh, shit. Let's see. All right, so I think we're good there. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything before I go back to the regular chat, and we'll grab a few more before we get out of here, just a couple. But it's about 1 o'clock, so we got to close it down at some point. D Brown, for you. What you doing? She is making sure we're gonna get to Dallas.
I'm telling you
single-handedly. Thank you, D Brown. You don't have to. Don't look, D Brown. You support the channel on Patreon. You don't have to do all that. I really appreciate it, but you don't feel obligated. Please.
In a month and a half, D Brown, I'm gonna give you a big bear hug.
Yes, we are.
Let the countdown begin.
There you go. Thank you, D. I appreciate that again.
Go above and beyond, D.
Excuse me. All right, let's double check this, and then we'll grab a couple more from the regular chat, and then we'll let you guys get out of here. Everybody's got to go to bed, go to work. Spring break's over, and let's see, where am I at? Okay, we're good. All right. Alex Kirk, Q&A, what will happen to Masande? Man, they're setting up this tragedy, man, but I don't know if it's got to be both of them. I don't know if Masande has to die. I hope Masande makes it through this whole thing, and she's going to lose Grey Worm. I'm just saying, it's got to be one or the other. Now I could see Masande actually dying and Grey Worm living because he's afraid that he can't. It doesn't have to be him dying. So that could be a little flip of the script there, but
that's a sad story.
He's going to be the one in danger, or putting himself out there, being part of obviously the leader of the Unsullied. So I think Masande. I would guess right now that she will make it, and maybe she decides to go home to the Summer Isles. Maybe she decides, if Sim Danny lives and all that, to still remain loyal to her because she, saved her or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think Masande. I wouldn't guess that she would die. I think it's certainly possible, but I wouldn't predict that she will die. Grey Worm, he's out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think. Nah,
I don't even
Dabo.
like
Nah,
thinking
not
about that.
Dark John. Dabo. He's saying Dark John is saying Davos and Masande. Nah, Davos would just be nice. He's got a wife at home. He needs to get back to.
He's going to get back to her.
He's going to get back to his wife, and he's got other kids in the books too. So he was just being nice and making small talk. I didn't get that vibe or anything. But no, I hope Masande lives. That's all I can really say. I mean, I obviously don't know for sure, but let's see where'd it go? Alex.
Alex Montero. Yep.
Thank you, Alex. Q&A. What's up, guys? Thanks for taking my question. I got another one. Why does everyone just assume that Arya is going to be against Dany and Jon if everything she'll be their biggest supporter because she loves Jon? Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. I was saying at first there will be like she'll be like to protect Jon, making sure that she trusts Dany because everybody is going to mistrust a Targaryen, and she's heard the same tales as everybody else. But yeah, at some point, I think when Jon says, look, here's what she's done. I love her. She loves me, blah, blah, blah. She risked her crown to save me and these other people.
Absolutely.
And dedicated herself to killing the Night King and all that stuff. Then Arya will actually
lost one of her babies. Yeah.
Yeah, support that. So that's the way I think it'll go down.
This one right here, evidently, it was a super chat that didn't have a question attached.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so from Hanani, I believe it was. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Terry T, for grabbing that. Question: what would I have to do to get a signed photo of you two at the GOT convention?
Just come right up to us.
Just come right up to us and ask. That's it, Terry T.
Yep.
I mean, James was thinking about charging like $150 and shit, but I was like, look, man, you can't.
That was for a makeout session.
Oh, never mind. That was the kiss and boo. I'm sorry. Never mind. No, just.
Yeah, just walk right up to us.
No, just come up. Here's the thing.
What you see here is...
We'll announce more details as we get closer, but we don't have a booth this year, at least to my knowledge. I don't know if that'll change.
I got a little corner at Kyle's. So,
yeah, we'll figure out something as far as a kind of a because last year we had a home base.
Right. And that's
so where, James kind of manned that a lot, where I was running around a lot, and then I came down when I wasn't doing panels. And everybody kind of confined us there. So we'll figure out something.
And we'll let you guys know.
And let you guys know whatever that may be, whether it's a room we could use or just a location or something we can figure out. We got to get more details on the whole convention center.
Right.
And if we don't find out anything concrete, like, the layout or whatever, we'll be there a couple days early. I will tweet it, like all that kind of stuff. So follow me on social media. Regardless of the giveaway, you can do that. You can do the Facebook page and Twitter with the giveaway anyway, and I will tweet that out. That's how you can follow my communique when I'm not on YouTube. So, Randy Suimasu, thank you for the super chat, Randy. Masande and Bronn forever, and Bronn. It would be nice to see Bronn to settle down with somebody he loves, other than Lady Stokeworth. Because maybe that'll change him with that shit too. But yeah, he's got him a fiance now technically, but so I don't see the Masande thing. Brittany Staples, thank you for the super chat. Off topic, but will you be at Carolina Rebellion? No.
No.
What is Carolina Rebellion?
It's like a big concert, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I guess
bands
not.
And stuff.
I guess not, because I don't even know what the hell it is.
I can't do those big concerts anymore, man. Unless I'm in a booth selling, lemonade or something.
Right. That's true. Yeah, I've honestly, I've loved music. I've always loved music, but I've never enjoyed live concerts. I enjoy live music. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've never went out of my way to go get my ears blown out for 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I'm weird about it, but I still love music. Jace, Tom, Dickin, and Sansa. Right. Dickin is no longer. Remember, he is Ash. All right, so let's grab one more good one before we get out of here. Before I do, let me just make sure I'm good on everything. Don't want to miss anybody's stuff. Let's see here. All right, that's good. All right. there, and super chats were good, I think. And Patreon, let me triple check that.
Yeah, and Paul Marie grabbed Donald Combs. Can you live stream while there?
Yeah, we'll definitely try. We can't say for sure. Like last year, that was the whole plan, and then we didn't know about the wireless at the house, and then the Wi-Fi at the convention center, and then it was so hectic. It was like we didn't know how it would work. First of all, with the Wi-Fi, and then it was so hectic with the schedule, and that's kind of what it's becoming.
What to expect this year, but that's why I wish it was back in Nashville.
Exactly. If it was in Nashville, I'd already have a plan about everything. But I don't know the times for the panels. I don't know any of that shit yet, like we were talking about earlier. So we just don't know. We'll definitely want to do something, for sure. And I know you said you wanted to stream or something on your channel too. So
yes.
But we also got the podcast stuff. So we're definitely going to try to do something. But we just can't say for sure yet until we get some details on how we can do that, where we can do it, internet at the house we're going to be at, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see for sure. But we'll definitely try. All right, so let's get one more good one, and we'll get out of here. Let everybody go.
All right, John C. Why is the last hero called last when the other heroes came after the long night was over?
The last hero. Well, the last hero was supposedly the one who did help defeat. I mean, in Westerosi lore, did help defeat the White Walkers with the help of the children. Azor Ahai is a separate one from Essos, who supposedly defeated the Long Night. That's the one with the flaming sword, where the last hero's sword broke, and then you have the Stallion that mounts the world, and then you have Eldritch Shadow Chaser from the one with the monkey's tail. Every culture has a different story, and essentially it seems to be the same person or same. But my whole thing has always been with Danny fitting Azor Ahai, John fitting Azor Ahai. You can make Jamie fit it. You can make Davos fit it. Bran seems to relate to the last hero tale. 12 companions and a dog or whatever, goes up to find the children. He did that actually. To me, it's all about not one savior. I mean, you're going to have something with John because of the Song of Ice and Fire, but it's about people coming together and putting, all right, fuck your house name. This is about living versus dead, not about Lannister versus Stark. You know what I mean? So that's what it's always been to me. This whole thing has been about. So, that's, to me, that's the same tale. Prince that was promised and all that kind of stuff. There may be some different ones, but it wouldn't make sense to me because then you'd have to have multiple events. You know what I mean? So you'd have Azor Ahai saving from one event, and then you have another long night that the last hero helped with. I mean, it don't make sense.
Right. Mama Ogre says, would you guys come to Con of Thrones if it came to the UK?
Oh,
listen, I'm already nervous about flying, to be honest with you, and flying over an ocean would really scare me. But I've got to go there before I die. I want to maybe take a ship over there or something. I don't know.
We'll do it old school style on a boat.
Yes.
We'll take a long ass cruise.
But
there are, I'm sure there are cruises that go to across.
I guarantee it. I'd love to do that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that before with
over there.
The flying thing. I know. I mean, I want to go. I want to visit the UK. I want to visit Japan. I want to visit Australia. I mean, there's so many places I want to visit. So, yeah, I mean, it would just depend. It would just depend, and that's it's usually, or at least right now in this day and age of YouTube, it's usually financial. And so, yeah.
Before we go, I just wanted you, for maybe people who came late, to remind them about the giveaway.
Yes, for sure. So there is a link in the description of this video, and I believe people have already started to, because it is open. Let me double check this. We got some entries already.
Cool.
So just as a reminder, if you were here late or wasn't here in the beginning, I should say, link in the description, and I will post that actually here too. Damn it. Let's see if it lets me. Yeah. What did I miss? What I miss?
Oh shit!
Hey, look, it worked. But look, I'll do it again. Let me try to spam it a couple times. So there's the link to the giveaway. It didn't let me paste. Did it let me paste it? Did it let me paste it? Look, it's working. Okay, so anyway, this is for. So the idea is, all right. So we're gonna have two winners. and this will run till Sunday, and we will announce the winners on Sunday's live stream. 2 winners, and then a tie-dye T-shirt from James. He'll throw into I believe we said the first person to reply.
And then
so it's gonna be luck of the draw.
Tell him your size and the colors you want.
Right. So 2 pops, and somebody gets to pick a T-shirt too. So whoever, there'll be 2 winners announced, and the first person to contact me back on the channel or whatever will get to pick the pops they want first, and the other ones can go to the other winner.
Right.
And a T-shirt as well. So that's how that's going to work. And to do that, use that link I just posted, or it's in the description of this video, and it will take you to.
Dark John says the page I'm looking for doesn't exist.
All right, let me check that really quick, John, because I did test it here. Let me just paste it again and see. Mine is going to it fine. Yep, mine's going to, because I did check it before. But here are the ways to enter that. So maybe try that in another browser, or perhaps, or something, John, or just refresh or something. Here's the way you can get entries. If you're a Patreon, automatically entered in every giveaway, so you don't have to worry about it. But you can get extra entries. Be a subscriber to this channel if you're watching on the video too. Once this posts the video. And that will get you 5 entries just being a subscriber. And again, if you are already, if you already do these things, it will just kind of verify that. So you can go through and still get the entries. Be a subscriber for 5. Follow me on Twitter for 3. Follow me on Twitch if you enjoy hanging out, talking just like this, but where I'm playing video games. Follow me on Twitch channel. That's 3 entries. Retweet a certain tweet on Twitter, which is the in-game video. That's already there. You just go in. It's already got the link and everything. That's 3 entries as well. And then follow, like the Facebook page. And that's another 3 entries for a total of 17 if you choose to do so. You can only do 1 or you can do none, however many you want to do. So we will let that run for this week. And then we will, I think I got it ending. I think I picked the right time. I'll double check it to end right before the stream on next Sunday.
Be so cool.
So we'll get the maximum number there and then we'll pick it live. So that is the giveaway. Some Funko Pops there and a T-shirt. Donald Combs says James needs to interview Dale Jr. this week.
Hell yes.
Dale Jr. wouldn't remember us anymore.
No.
If you grew up around here, you knew Dale Jr. as a kid, but not anymore. I doubt it.
Guarantee it.
He'd be like, who? So, anyway. All right, so we'll get out of here. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you to all the moderators. I know a lot of you already went to bed, but thank you anyway. These guys do all this work for nothing. Obviously, they're not getting paid for this. They just volunteer to grab questions and try to help us keep track of everything. So,
I can get Dale Jr. like Eddie on Christmas Vacation went and got Clark's boss. Had him all tied up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Damn. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let me ask this really quickly. Punch Quote, cool. Formerly HHH 1200, so I was going to say I don't recognize that name. Punch Quote. Welcome, Punch Quote, welcome. Or formerly HHH. Is anyone concerned it's a night battle? The best visuals are during the day battles. I am. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some dark stuff, right? I mean, there's got to be, because you got clouds and winter and nighttime and all that together. Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they'll do it fine with the lighting or whatever. They'll make it good. So yeah, I did think about that though. All right, so thank you guys, appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I was trying to think, was there anything else this week? We'll continue. Softball's back because spring break's over, so that'll put me behind a little bit. But we have a live podcast on Tuesday. I think Gray Area and I will be doing something this week as well. And then I will pick up tomorrow with the question of the day, the little shorter videos, and keep doing those every day if possible. Or most days at least. Probably not the weekends, but most days if possible. So that's what's coming up this week. And so thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Seriously, love y'all. Appreciate you hanging out. Much. We have a lot of fun with these. Gets us in a better mood, too.
It does.
It always does.
Starts our week off good.
It absolutely. So appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.